unmute it. Did I unmute? There we go. Now I unmute it. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Hello, governor. It's not Tuesday. The tube. Yes, we might get to the tube tonight. Hopefully the audio is okay. I didn't realize, I completely forgot my power went out last night or this morning. Something solar flare had absolutely nothing to do with it. We had a pretty big thunderstorm roll in this morning and the power went out. So when I came out here to go live, everything was off. And I was like, uh-oh, because now I have to like boot the computer up and get everything set up. Normally I just leave everything on. So it's like, oh wait, shoot, gotta get everything live, but I wasn't late. So we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. So tonight's stream should be a pretty easy one. We're fixing it. We did kind of fix it. It's still on the bench from yesterday. Because we gotta put the bottom plate back on. It did print. If you're wondering, I shared some pictures of it on the Discord and the Twitters, because nobody calls it X, let's be honest. This is how the print came out. So focus. Some cooling issues, I want to say, with some of the stringing. I was misquoting the kickstart time, by the way. I was wrong about the kickstart time. It's not it ramping up. It's the kickstart time in the config is basically when you tell it to ramp from like 20% to 60, the kickstart time will set it to 100 for a certain percentage. So that way it'll, because some fans are really shitty and it takes them a second to like ramp up if you go like low percentage. So what kickstart does is basically, apparently it's 100% speed for a short time to basically kick them in the butt to get the fan moving, and then it goes to its requested speed. So I was kind of right about what kickstart does, but I explained it the wrong way, which kind of sucks because I hate when I explain something wrong. But the problem is that was explained to me years ago. Like, this is what kickstart does, and like I think I remembered it correctly. So I think either the person that explained it to me was wrong too, or I misremembered it. But I've been working off of that assumption for years. So there's a downside of that, of tribal knowledge. And like anytime you get in a community group, like it happens in 3D printing. You see it all the time in 3D printing. Like all the different, this is how you level a bed. That might not be the best way, but that's how you were told to do it. And now you're telling somebody that's how you do it because that's how you were told to do it. So it do be how it is, though. It do be how it is, though. Andrew Rogers, $10 for the Pay Your Power Bill Fund. Joke's on you. I don't pay a power bill. My wife does. I pay the mortgage. Lambert in 3D. What's up? So today, a few different things. We got to do some CAD work. Oh, hey, it worked. Okay, I'm playing around. I don't have stuff pop up on screens, but I'm going to try and have like a random ticker tape thing pop up here I think I have it set for like every 10 minutes. So right now it's just the GamerSupps thing, which by the way, use code Canuck Creator, get $10 off your order. GamerSupps, link in the description. But right now I just have it set for the GamerSupps. I need to make, it's basically going to be a rotating billboard. Every 10 minutes it'll show something. So right now it's just GamerSupps, but I'm going to add one to remind people about the Polymaker giveaway, so I don't have to pin it in chat all the time. And anytime we either have anything else going on, I'll also have like that added to the rotation. So yes, GamerSupps plug. I'm partnered with GamerSupps. These guys, they make good stuff. Go buy their stuff. Use my code Canuck Creator, get 10% off. So yes, I'm a streamer. Of course, I work with GamerSupps. We all do. That's good. By the way, community response to me announcing, because I put out a community post and I've mentioned it on the Discord. I mentioned it on stream yesterday. Majority, overwhelmingly positive. Majority of people already are positive about working with GamerSupps. There is a few people though that I swear I'm selling them like a straight up scam and dick pills, according to some wording. Okay. It's a flavored beverage additive with caffeine and non-caffeine. If you don't like caffeine, they have caffeine-free options. I have some that's caffeine-free, which I'll drink during the day, and then I have the caffeine version at night, so I don't drink pop anymore. Don't mind me screwing around with some private code in the Clipper ecosystem. Ooh, have fun. Gamer subs equals waifu water. You don't have to get the waifu stuff. You could get the cool stuff that just, you know, cool designs and whatnot. Drink the Kool-Aid. It's not Kool-Aid. But I'm still in trouble for letting a kid see it eradicate to the wife. Oh. Oh no. They do make non-waifu cup stuff. Which, by the way, for those that don't know, all the artwork for like when they work with a creator is like chosen by the creator themselves. So it's not like, you know, that's what they want. Oh, by the way, not Polymaker. Big Tree Tech sent me stuff. This showed up today. I have no idea what it is. This showed up today. From Big Tree Tech. What is this? A Pi 2. I got a Pi 2. So it's a Big Tree Tech Pi 2. Pi 2 V1.0. So this has a rock chip. RK35. So this is basically an equivalent of a Raspberry Pi. I think. I don't know. Is it more powerful than a Raspberry Pi? Or, well, actually, it depends on the Pi. Is it more powerful than like a Pi 4 or Pi 5? I don't know. If it is, that'd be cool. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I'll use it for something. So I got that. It comes with a big honking heatsink. And was able to stop buying so much Monster Energy. So honestly, like, it's good because like I like it because it comes. It's a powder you add to water, right? So you can mix it however like strong or weak you want. But I used to drink a ton of pop. I was a case a week Coke drinker, like the Costco cases. I would go through one of those a week. And pop is not. I'm from that area. We call it pop. It's not soda. It's pop. So I was drinking a ton of pop, and I'm like, I need to stop. And one of the streamers I watch regularly started promoting it, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll try some. And you know what? I like it. So I stopped drinking as much pop. And it's, I don't know, it's helped. And I think this is a CM4 equivalent, because I don't think they have a CM5 yet. It has an M2 port. Yeah, it has an M2 port, so you can put an SS, or not an NVMe drive on it, I think. Yeah, so this is their CM4 equivalent. Which I don't, are these more powerful or less powerful than a CM4? That's what I don't know. It's a rock chip. So I gotta go watch a Jeff, I'm sure there's a Jeff Gerling video on it. I'm sure there's a Jeff Gerling video on these that explains how powerful they are. I'll put you right there for now. Okay. So now we got to flip this on its side because I got to put the bottom panel on. So, right here. Let's go you over here. I'm hoping I can leave the filament on. I'm trying to be lazy. I don't want to take the filament out. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. The rock chip is not more... Oop, hitting the camera. The rock chip is not more powerful than a CM4, but it's way more performant than the H616. Okay, so that's good. So it's an upgrade over the old compute module, but still not a Raspberry Pi. But for a Clipper will be fine with it, so we're good there. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. Thank you. I'm from part of the world where soda pop is called Coke. Yeah, I've been somewhere like that. It's like, what do you want for like, what Coke do you want? I'm like, a Coke? Yeah, but what kind of Coke? Like Coca-Cola? I'm like, no, just Coke. And not, you know, Coke. Drink Coke. Like Coca-Cola then. I'm like, okay. Why are you calling it that? Oh, because, you know, we have Pepsi Cola, we have Sprite Cola. I'm like, what? The Bloomy gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. Also, as a not American, when I go to a place in the States and I get a burger and they're like, how do you want your burger done? Cooked, please, is my answer. Up here in Canada, I've never been asked here in Canada how I want my burger done. Burgers just come done. Like there is no like, yeah, I don't know. How big is my room here? This is a garage, which is 15 by 20. The little work area I'm in right now is about half that. You go in there. Medium rare, not cooked. Yeah, see, in Canada, you when you get a burger, even if you go to like a burger place, you don't ask, it comes done. Like, I've never fancier, like, even when I remember being in Quebec and getting burgers, and I've never had anyone ask me. It's only in the States I've been asked how I would like my burger. And I'm like, cooked, please? Put some ketchup on it, some cheese, some bacon. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, if you're getting a burger from like an actual place that like grinds the meat up fresh and you know the condition of it, you have a little bit more leeway than, you know, if you're getting a place from a burger place that, you know, their meat was frozen, you know, 3 times in the past week. So I guess it depends. Yeah, no, even in Canada, like even in Canada here, when you go to a burger place, at least everyone I've been to, you just get the burger. Like, hey, can I get a cheeseburger? Okay, here you go. Not like, oh, how would you like it done? Like, they'll ask you what you want on it, but like in terms of like the degree of doneness of the meat is not really asked of up here. Okay, there we go. So now it shouldn't overheat anymore. I mean, if it's pork, it needs to be well done. That's true. Ugh. Look what I got. Who could tell me what I got here? What do I got here? This showed up from Amazon. It's 25 sheets of 3mm basswood. I've got wood from Malaysia. There's a few art pieces I want to put together. I've got a few. I'm probably going to end up doing a video on the laser, simply because I am actually having a ton of fun with it. This is what finished yesterday on the stream. I posted pictures of this, but if you didn't get a chance, we started this at the end of the stream yesterday, and this is how it finished. So this was 6mm, or this is like thick wood, just cheap plywood from whatchamacallit, the Home Despot Amazon bundle of wood. I don't know which one it was. I don't have a link on this computer because I'm not logged in on my Amazon, but it was like whatever. I just typed in basswood and whatever like the highest rated one was. Did I end up getting a second SVO8? Nope. They sent me a replacement gantry, which I didn't need because I already replaced the pin. Because the only issue I had with the gantry on mine was the pin and also the tapped hole right here for attaching the umbilical. Like here, because I got an extra gantry here, you could see how thin that metal is. So on this one, I think they drilled it all the way through and tapped it all the way through. Yeah, they drilled and tapped it all the way through. Also, mine doesn't have this, so I'm gonna steal this right now. Mine doesn't have this little, Nope. Where's my screwdriver? Where's my LTT store screwdriver? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Haha. They have little cable cards now. Oliver gifted 1 community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. You think they'll fix the print start macro? I'm waiting on them too. It is not a hard thing to do. And I'll be honest, I was very tempted to just straight up copy and paste an entire Voron profile into mine. But then I'm like, why would I do their job for them? Yeah. So unfortunately, I can't even do that because this screw, I don't have the tapped hole in mine to put this in. just realizing that right now. Yeah, I don't have the tactful to cable manage mine. Oh well. It is what it is. But yeah, they still haven't contacted me at all. Like they didn't tell me they were sending a new gantry. My last communication with them was me going, hey, here's a list of things I found wrong with your machine, macros, these parts came to be disassembled incorrectly, etc. And then the next day or a day or two later, I got an email going, hey, we're working on new firmware. We'll get it to you when it's ready. And I'm like, cool. And I haven't heard a thing since. I was breaking up a few seconds ago. Was I? I mean, there we go. Okay, well, I don't know. Change receiver. My normal Rode mic, because the power went out, it died. Because I leave the one that's plugged into the camera always on because it's powered via USB. When I was moving around, well, it should be okay now. So the receiver is plugged in via USB and it's always on, but the transmitter, I leave it on, and when I'm done a stream, I just plug it into the computer just on a USB port, and it'll just trickle charge and stay charged, so I never have to turn them off and on. But because the power went out, that ran out of juice, which means the receiver turned off. So the receiver was still charged, but the transmitter was dead when I came in here, and I forgot to charge it, so I'm on the DJIs. Every time I turn away from the front, that shouldn't matter because it's wireless. It's a lav. Am I turning around? Is the audio still good? It should still be good. Hoping it's still good. Okay, who's ready for some CAD work? We need to do some CAD work because I need to print some brackets. Turn the light on. Oh, it did for a sec. Really? It just did it again. Wow. It shouldn't be doing that. It's the DJI mic. It's got pretty good range. It's got like 900 feet of range. It shouldn't. Yeah, I know the human body's mostly water. I mean, that's what happens because I've been drinking so much of this delicious game of subs. Code Canuck Creator 10% off. Who here saw the not eclipse? Who here saw the whatchamacallit? Who went and saw the aurora last night? Who went outside and saw the aurora last night? That was cool. That was really cool. I got some pictures here. While we wait for Fusion 360 to boot up, I got some pitches. One second. Yeah, there we go. So I'm in Southern Ontario. Yeah, this was pretty cool. Oh, well, there's a little guy, got a haircut. That was really cool. I've seen them before, okay? I've been to the Arctic, and they're pretty noticeable up there. So I've seen them before, and I've seen them like Arctic ones where it's like really cool. And I have seen them this far south before too, but it's been several years. I had a bunch of people like, oh, this is so rare. It's like, it's not really. Every 11 years, the sun goes through a cycle where it gets really powerful, and every couple cycles is a more powerful cycle. So yes, the solar storm that hit last night was really powerful, but it's the most powerful one since 2004. We had a more powerful one in 2004. And then none of them compared to the Carrington event. If you want to know scary when it comes to solar, look up the Carrington event, where it put so much static electricity in the air, the telegraph lines continue to work even after being disconnected from power. Rare for it to be visible. It's rare on a human scale. But in like in terms of like the vastness of the cosmos, it's not that rare. It happens every 11 years. It can get pretty bad, and every couple of cycles it gets really bad. So it's like, it's kind of not common at human, but it's not like, oh my God, it's like, it happens. It happens often enough. It's like an eclipse. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not like, you know, an unrandom thing. It just doesn't happen often during a human life. So, melted yeah, I did a bunch of stuff. Also, hey, tomorrow's Mother's Day. At least for the North American group. I'm pretty sure it's North America. Mexico too. I know it's Canada and the US tomorrow. It's Mother's Day. I hope you didn't forget. Hope you didn't forget. I made this on the laser. I bought a cheap Walmart picture frame, and I lasered it. And I also forgot about the trigonometry. So the N for Kelvin almost got cut off because it's higher up. But yeah, there you go. So I bought that for like 10 bucks at Walmart, and then I laser engraved it, and I put a picture in there. So Australia too. Yeah. So don't forget about your mama. Go get your mama something. You still have time to print something if you forgot. Okay, what's new? What's new? Fusion. Okay, design, create. Okay. So what are we gonna create today? I need to make brackets. I know we joked about this the other day, but I actually do need to make some brackets now. Because I just redid my computer desk and it is an absolute mess right now. So say hello to my computer desk. It is my computer desk. It is a computer desk. So I need to build a bracket around this. Mother's Day is August 15th. Where's that at? Might be useful. Have Lightburn do a pass on or two on the outside after you do the infill engraving to get a crisper edge for text and images. Ooh, that's a good idea. Take measurements beforehand. It's 26 millimeters thick. That's the only thing I got to worry about, because I'm making a bracket. Do 40. I don't know why I put another line there. And that's going to be 75. Right, so that line, that line, that line, offset. We're going to go with a, how thick? About a 10 mil offset. Oh, we'll do 8 millimeter. Correction, -8. Right, -8 millimeter offset. There you go. That'll work. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Screw up the wrong line. Wrong line. It's this line I don't want. This line right here. Goodbye. Line. We'll do 30. There you go. Okay, you'll see why. Trying to grab that line, that line, that line. Offset, -8 millimeters. Cool. Okay, so that is that part. So how much? I want to make it 75 that way. So how many wires can you stuff in? About that much. I want about that much room. So that would be. There you go. This is how you do. This is how you do. This is how you do it. You go. About how much? 50 millimeters. Okay. Well, it's random computer wires. So 50 millimeters. So that's 50. Good. Okay. And yes, this is how I do my CAD work. I don't do fancy like... There we go. So here's my bracket. There we go. So this hooks on. I'm going to put some double-sided tape right here. And then you put your wires in here. Bing, bang, boom. You're done. So you extrude that. I want to... Whoop, 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 whoop. How thick? Let's do about 10 mil. 10 mil seems about right. That seems... Let's do 15. There we go. Extruded 15 millimeters. Oh, is there no shortcut for chamfer? Ugh. Yeah, gotta do my chamfers, modify, chamfer 2. That'll hold. That'll hold it. Fill out those for more speeds. Oh yeah, we're gonna fillet everything. Well, I can't fillet these ones, but I will fillet these ones. And then arts and crafts, arts and crafts. Should I put a little hook here? Should I put a little hook here? So I don't want the wires to come out, but it should be okay because the wires have like a 40 millimeter or 20 millimeter gap here. So they shouldn't really come out there. I think we should be okay. But you know what I will do? One second. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. Or fine. You know what? Here. Sketch. How do I... Let's see this. I know. Extrude. There we go. There we go. That works. Does that work? Does that look like a bracket to you? It looks like a bracket to me. So the plan is basically print like 6 of these, put a piece of VHB here on the back, and just put them along the back of... Actually, oh, that's what I forgot. That's what I forgot. I gotta bump this out. This is another reason I want this. How thick is a cable? Nothing is more annoying than this. This is what we're solving. This is another reason I'm making custom ones. Ready? Ready? Here we go. How annoying is it when you have your desk pushed up against the wall and you got to put a new cable down the back and it doesn't fit because you got it right up against the wall and there's like a little gap and you're trying to get the plug in and it doesn't quite fit, and you're like, it won't fit. So what we're gonna do is I wanna make bumpers on this. So that's about 15 millimeters. That's about 15 millimeters. So if I do about an 18 millimeter bumper on this, I know that's 10 because this is already 8. These are 8 thick. So this is now 10, right? Did I make them? Yeah, or yeah, I made them 8 mil thick. Yeah, so it's 18. There you go. So now, when I put these on, it'll prevent the desk from going right up against the back. So it'll give me room to put cables through. Big brain, big brain. Okay, now I need to put some, how do you select the whole outside? I want to put like fillets on everything. Okay, well, there we go. There we go. There we go. And we'll do a 2. There we go. Or actually, no, don't you chamfer on the bottom? Is it chamfer on the bottom, fillet on the top? Oh, whatever, fillets on both. Whatever. It's a bracket. There we go. Yeah, that's right. You don't fill at the bottom. You chamfer the bottom. Chamfer the bottom. That's right. You chamfer the bottom. Nope. There you go. There we go. That'll work. See what yeah, for having chamfers on the build plate. Well, that's how you get rid of elephant's foot, right? What are we 3D'ing? A bracket. Nice, simple, easy bracket. All the surfaces. There we go. With a little bumper to prevent it from hitting the desk. There we go. That works. Does that work? So what you do is you go to bodies, you select your body, you right click it, you go save as mesh, you save it as an STL in millimeters, you hit OK, and we're gonna call this bracket thingy. We're gonna save it as an STL. And we are going to save to my computer in downloads. And Fusion hopefully didn't crash. I think we're good. We load up Prusa Slicer. This isn't for the FlexiSpot desk. This is for my desk. My wife got the FlexiSpot. And now, there we go. Fill bed with instances. There we go. Is that how many we could fit? 4? Okay. So we're gonna print this in PETG in structural with, we'll do 40% infill. This message is short. Orientate my file. I will. Do 3 perimeter. 3 perimeter, 4 top, 5 bottom. Or 5 bottom, 4 top. There we go. Slice now. There we go. That looks like it'll work, I think. So now, let me load the Prusa with some filament. Are you already loaded? You are loaded. Cool. We're gonna print you some PET-G, because why not? Export G-code, save bracket thingies, printers, Prusa link, sign in, start print when ready, confirm, upload, bracket thingy. There we go. Yee. Print in the VZBot. Now we're printing on the Prusa. I want to print them in PET-G, because that's what I have ready to go. Speaking of VZBot, is there a tube mount for the VZBot yet? I don't know, because we got to print some things for the VZBot, because the VZBot's getting a Kraken, a tube, and a beacon. So I need to print an updated tool head for the VZBot with that'll support the tube and beacon. So why is that blue-black Voron without panels? It's not a Voron, and because Saval decided to sell a Voron clone without panels. That's why. Okay, so we got that going there. Sweet. Is that heating up? Okay, so next thing is, who is loaded with black filament? Or purple, no, purple. I need to put purple in this, I think. We need purple. Where is my purple at? Do I have purple? Am I low on purple? Because I need purple for the VZBot, I think. Yeah, we need purple for the VZBot. Let's see here. VZBot 330. GitHub. CAD? All-wheel drive. Where is the tool head? Gantry? No. Logo, full printer? No. Print heads, there we go. The metal version. Okay. STLs. Pro mounts. Beacon. Adding 1515. Okay, we don't have a 1515. So I'm assuming it's this one. I'm assuming it's this one. That looks like it holds a beacon. Well, it's the VZBot tool head. Which unfortunately my VZBot is off right now. Will that fit? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So we have this for the beacon. But now VCore 3, probe mounts, HEVORT, CPAP. Would the tube require different ducts? That's what I don't know yet. I could have sworn tube on it. I could have sworn somebody mentioned last stream that there is support for this already. Because I have a tube air. How close are those ducts on the Goliath? Well, here's the thing. I could put the tube in something else. I could put the tube in something else. because I already have a Goliath in that. So if anything, the tube would, I could put the tube in something else. Hey, we might end up putting in the rat rig. It wasn't tube day. Well, okay then, we'll not do the tube, but I'll print the Goliath with beacon. I think that'll work. That ain't gonna work. That's Goliath. Well, shoot, I have no idea if this is the right one. I think there's only, what is Goliath short? What is Goliath short with beacon? And why is there no Goliath long with beacon? Might be the left one. Well, there is no left one. I think there's only one for Goliath, so we'll go with that. So download that, download raw file. Okay. I need to find my purple filament. That's what I need. Where is me purple at? Are you me purple? Are you? No, you're a different purple. No, you're not that purple. What about over here? Are you the right purple? Ah, gotta go digging through my Polymaker box here. What about you? What about you? Polylight ABS, Polylight ABS. Purple. I know I bought a spool of purple. Purple. That's your PLA, your PLA. You're red. You're green. I'm not allowed to talk about you. Where did I put the purple? How do you lose a spool of purple filament? Honestly, who loses a spool of purple filament? How? How do you lose a spool of purple filament? Dang it, that's PLA. What are you? What are you? No, you're teal. Teal? Teal? Maybe it's in the other room? Maybe it's inside here. Hey, pupper. Are you it? No, you're just a single 3 kilogram spool. Okay, I bought purple. I bought purple. I know I bought purple. Gray. Did I seriously not get purple? I could have sworn I got an extra spool of purple. I knew I needed a spool of purple. Oh, wait. Maybe that? Maybe that one? Where are you? No, you're teal too. How do I have like 3 spools of teal but no purple? Well, okay. I guess I gotta put in another order. Ow. Here's the thing. I have purple, but it's a different shade of purple. It's not Polymaker purple. Oh, dang it. Here it is. I already unboxed it. I'm looking through all the boxes trying to find it. It's like, wait, I already unboxed it. Big brain. Biggest brain in the world. Okay, now I gotta get up there. Do I not have my step? What's my step ladder? Step ladder, where are you? I'm stuck, step ladder. Where are you? Actually, oh shoot, it's inside. Okay. Well, yeah. Are you loaded? You're loaded. Good. Oh, no. Eat it. No, that doesn't. No, no. Bugger off. There you go. Okay, so you are loaded with purple ABS. Confirm. Okay, cool. All right. Are you actually on the spools? Okay, there you go. Cool. How's your tool head? Are you clean? Cool, you're clean. Okay, cool. Cool. I don't know why the audio is getting wonky when I turn around. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, BTT Kraken mount. So we need a Kraken mount. There we go, that'll do. So there we go. I'll just use this one, download raw file. Okay. And now I need the Voron one. Voron design. Documentation. I always click the wrong one. Community GitHub. No, why did I click Reddit? Community GitHub. There we go. V2. STLs. Electronics Bay. PCB didn't clip. Download. Okay, cool. Oracle Slicer. Playing the Saval. The Saval's not even plugged in. Magneto's not unplugged, is unplugged either as well. Okay, so we're gonna print this on the Bamboo Lab, which means I have to go to device, I have to switch to LAN, I have to wait for it to connect, I have to wait for it to sync the stupid filaments, and I have to go back here, then I could click this to sync. Every freaking time I have to do that. It's so annoying. Okay, so we need that. And we need the Kraken mount. Control C, boom, there we go. Arrange these. Control A, filament. Filament 2. That's ABS. ABS. Okay, I think that's it. Huge mount. It's the Kraken mount. Strength, cool. Nice plate. The Kraken print plate. Okay. Yeah, so this is going in the VZBot. So the VZBot, we're gonna put a Kraken in it, because right now the VZBot has an octopus with 4 independent drivers. And that's kind of annoying. So we're gonna streamline it and just put a Kraken in it. And this will be the first time I actually run a Kraken at 48 volts, so. The beacon you gave me is not low profile. Are there different profiles of the beacon? That looks like it'll fit. That'll fit. Where'd it go? Print head, row mounts, beacon. Yeah, that kind of looks like what I have. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, so I'm assuming because I have this little spacer in there, this isn't the low profile one. Can you change it? Or that's soldered? Yeah, that ain't gonna fit. Shit. Okay, so how do I make this work? It's the angle, yeah, the plug's facing straight up on mine. Can I make it work? That might work, maybe. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I got time. Hammer, or just resolder it. I mean, I do have a cartographer probe too. That's why it's a spare. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Dremel and patience. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Well, actually, what I can't get it to work is get this stupid USB cord back in there. Have you tried the Titty Melt Gamer flavor? Yes, I did. It's like a coconut flavor. That's the thing, like, I've had people comment, oh, the branding or whatever. It's like, it's having fun. Who cares? Buy for the flavor, not what's on the mug. There we go. Okay, so that's beacon. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna clear. Shoot, okay. And I have the, shoot. So I'm gonna have to print a spacer. I have no idea. What's up with this ecosystem? What's up with this ecosystem? Okay, well anyways, that's printing, eventually. 1 second, I can hear somebody inside. Okay. Yeah, I could have sworn somebody was telling me there was a tube mount. Let's see, VZBot tube mount. No, I don't see one. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Okay, next thing, who can I feed? Who can I feed? I'm gonna feed you. You need food, okay. Trident is gonna get a snack because I'm gonna get the Trident going, printing a bunch of stuff for VZ 26. So, Big Papa Joey P. Ooh, are you dying on me? That charge. Okay. 240. So, right now, the Trident is being fed by a partial spool of black ABS. Now, the Trident's a big machine. So when you have a big machine, it's kind of annoying to feed it with like little partial spools. So instead, good old Polymaker here has hooked us up with big old spool of Polylite. Yeah, the SV08's just chilling, just because it's big. I could throw it on the floor, and I probably will in a minute, but not right now. I'm to the graphics card beside the Tico. It's still up there. It's an 8800 GT. It's not like it needs to actually be in anything, and it doesn't have a heat sink. It's just art. There we go. That'll work. I'm freaking boxes. A million boxes. As soon as you start printing with the spool. All spools are partial spools once you start printing. So these Polymaker spools are nice and reusable. So you don't need to cut them. But yep. That's a spool. It's 3 kilogram. They were out of stock of the 5 kilograms that I normally order. Okay, so I need to get the filament out of here. So. And I need a little piece of PTFE. That'll work. Printer is going to lean to the side. I have a spool holder for it. Must be difficult for a regular extruder. I've had no issues actually with regular extruders pulling the 5 kilogram. I use printed rollers for it though. Like I have a roller for it. So it sits on a roller. It's not like it's just, you know, free balling essentially. It's actually on a roller that feeds it. And it works pretty good. You just got to get it set up right. Which I'm doing right now. The only downside is making sure you don't lose the end of the filament. If you do, you're gonna have a bad day. Okay, go there. Okay, now we feed the filament into the printer. This might not work. This might not work. One second. Okay, one second. This is a little awkward. This is a little awkward. Here. Mobile. Oh no! My mobile camera has failed to continue working. Are you working now? There you go. Now you can kind of see what I'm doing. Go. Okay, where is the end of the filament? Go. There we go. Cool. Filament loaded. Easy peasy. Turn off the hot end. And just put out 50 mil at 5, extrude. Okay. Okay, I think we're okay. So now we can print. What am I going to print? XOL stuff. XOL. XOL toolhead. Do you see the link to the section on the Steam where Steve Bill showed the filament PTFE2 path? I think so. I just haven't got around to it. So we got the XOL toolhead. So we're putting this on that. So we need a few things. EBB mounts. So it was Orbiter 2 is what we have, right? Do the 5 kilogram spool holders work with the 3? They do not, because the brim, the wheel, doesn't stick out far enough past the filament. So what happens is these work really good with the 5 kilogram ones. The problem is with the 3 kilogram, because it sits so low in here with the cardboard spools, when the spool is full, it actually hits this. Like the filament actually hits this. So I have to use a smaller spool holder until it's partially empty, and then I'll switch over. So I'm pretty sure it was Orbiter 3, 2.0. Because we're using, for those that don't know, we're using the extruder from, that might not work. These aren't gonna work. Shoot. Actually, that might work. That one might work. Oh, these will work. Hopefully. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we need this. Okay. And I completely closed out what I was looking at. XOL tool. Any CAD for the Magneto stuff? They might have something on their website. I don't know. I believe they do, but I'm not sure what. Okay, so ducts. Oh my God, what ducts do I want? Tri-vane. Oh wait, no, I'm in the wrong one too. I gotta use the experimental branch, pre-release branch. That's right. STLs. Okay, here we go. So EBB mounts. So we need this guy. Download. Okay. Extruder mounts. So it is an Orbiter V2 with tap. Right? It was the Orbiter V2 with tap. Yep. So that guy. Headphones are dying again. Okay. Faceplate. Okay, and okay. So I downloaded that. Download that. Download that, I guess. Hot end mounts. Okay, so we are using a Rapido on this. Good God, what is this? Is that the tool head mount? Okay, that's the tool head mount. So we're using a Rapido. Download. Just a regular Rapido. High flow. I don't think I need the carriage because we're using tap. So I don't think I need the carriage because we're using tap. Yeah, because this is what the belt, like this is what would mount to the, yeah, so I don't need this. So I'm using tap, right? Read the printing page, okay. So carriage, pick the parts you need based on it to build. Carriage size, so I don't need that because we're for module and we're using tap. So not, yeah. For tap, RC8 replace the M3 with M3. Yeah, so you just use 4 on tap. Okay, and then the hot end mounts. Okay. We're gonna use 4010 blowers. Rapido high flow, so we've done that. Okay. Extruder mounts, we've done that. We've got the extruder mount because we're using Galileo 2. Yeah. Do I need that? Is this in the same? This isn't in the pre-release. Oh, there, I need that. Okay, I'll grab that. So there's the Galileo 2 SA front. Okay. And the Galileo for tap. I think I did download the one for tap. XOL tap, Orbiter tap. Yeah. Orbiter V2 tap. I think the Orbiter and the Galileo 2 thing are the same. I think. I don't know if there's any difference between, shoot, which one did I download? Galileo 2 or Orbiter? Was it Orbiter? I think it was Orbiter V2 is the one there's really not much difference between these two. The only difference is like, yeah, I think, yeah. The Galileo 2 one is more rounded up front, which I think I want. Okay. I think that's it. Prepare for Trident. Okay. So now I need all of these. I think that's it. I don't need the Galileo 2 front. Oh, maybe I do. Range. And I need a bunch of these little guys. There we go. Okay. So I think that's it. Is that everything? There's that. There's that mount. Fan goes there, there goes there. Extruder goes up in the middle. There's that for wires. I think that's right. I think that's everything. You don't need the GT. I don't need this. Okay. LED. I'm not putting LEDs in. I don't put LEDs in any of mine. Okay. Anything else I should print while that is doing that? That's printing. How's the... Oh, it's bamboo finally printing? The bamboo's finally printing. Okay. But the bling, yeah, but the extra wiring. Okay. So that is generic ABS. Standard Voron. So that's 5540 slice plate. Yeah, all my homies don't use LEDs. You're just asking for stuff to fail. Go. I'm okay with this having a ton of brim. That looks like it wants brim. I'm gonna let that have brim, although I'm gonna move this over. Where's my overlay? There's the overlay. Okay. Print. Load and print. Okay. So that's doing that. Shouldn't need a brim. I'd rather have a brim. I'd rather safe than sorry. I'd rather safe than sorry. Okay, so that's that. So that's for that. That's for that. That's for that. That's printing. What next? What else should we print tonight? Do you want to faff about with the SV08 some more? Or do you guys want to try something different? What are we going to do? Actually, I don't want to. You can go here. There we go. Empty this out. I got filament in there. Where is my spatula? Spatula! How does the SV08 handle so far? Kludgily. I still think it needs more time in the oven. I still think it's not in a state I'd be happy selling it at, but that's just me. Like most things, I'm sure the community will come out with a configuration mod or whatever that'll make it work right. SV08 to switchwire mod. What are... Oh, shoot. You errored out on me. 1 second. Yeah, what's going on? The sensorless on the Trident is not working well. And I don't know why. Try again. Try again. What are you doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're at temperature. What are you doing? What's the best site for getting cosplay? It depends. Preheating nozzle. The nozzle's at temperature. Oh, there you go. It depends what you're trying to do. Like, there's a few groups that do a lot of good work. Okay, that's why. Yeah, my stupid pause. My sensorless is goofy. Where is... Same close. I mean, if it works, it works. I'm gonna let it go. But I did for like Star Wars. Galactic Armory has a lot of good stuff. You can find a ton of stuff on Etsy, on Cults. Nico Industries, there's tons out there. It really depends on what you're looking to do. For example, my Helldiver suit, that's all Galactic Armory for that stuff. But okay, yeah, that's really goofy. I mean, I'll probably be okay as long as it's sensorless homing, but when it homes the Y, the tool head shifts. It's not triggering accurately enough, and I don't know why. It's not sensitive enough or something. We'll see. We'll see in a second. Don't know why it's doing that, because it wasn't doing that before. Thangs, yeah, you can use Thangs to search other sites. You can also use Yankee to search other sites. There's a few different things. It depends. It depends what kind of cosplay you're looking to get into and what specific like you're looking for. So it just depends. Okay, we're gonna print something on Tallboy. What are we gonna print on Tallboy? What else should I print? I know I gotta print SPL stuff for Apulo's build. I gotta do that. I've got all the stuff printed for the Pew Pew, the handheld Pew Pew, but I gotta do the other things still. It's been hectic. It's been busy for me the past little bit. I went from having a ton of free time to do videos and stuff to having none. The little guy like is now in soccer and swimming lessons and like after school stuff all of a sudden. It's like I went from having every night free to like no free nights now. Little guy is doing little guy stuff. And I think the printer crashed. Why'd you pause? What are you doing? Resume. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do your purge. Are you even printing? What are you doing? Oh, no, you are. Or are you actually printing? Are you off? What are you doing? I don't even know how those layers. I can't even see. I can't even see how it's printing. 1 second. I need more lights. That is horrible. 1 second. There we go. It's like it's going. At least the SPL will be like a 90-minute project. The SPL we're going to build on stream. That I can build on stream. It's more Nerf blastery than handgun blastery. So I don't think I'll have the same issues. I mean, we've built the other ones on stream, no problem. So I don't foresee that being an issue. Also, that is printing beautifully. How's the bamboo doing? It's still on the first layer. Bamboo. Get a head mounted light. Yeah, I could do that. How's that holding up? It's holding up. Okay. Cool. Should we print something on this? Let's print something on this. What crazy torture test? Like, what is an absolute torture test of a print that we could do on this thing? Like, what is something that I can do to actually like thrash this in terms of like actually seeing how good it works? What somebody link me an absolute devious torture print in the Discord. The E3D spider. Well, it printed this. So it printed this. So if it could print this, I'm assuming it could do the spider. Torture toaster. Let's do the torture toaster. Let me find the torture toaster. It's on printables, right? Torture toaster. There we go, the torture toaster. Yeah, download. And of course it's on Orca slicer. I gotta find the frickin' special version. Cancel. No, that's not what I want. I gotta find the Orca slicer. Yes. Okay. No, I don't want to. Yes, I want to exit now. Okay, I've got like 3 different versions of Orca slicer. Where? Frickin' Windows. All apps. They're my apps. Okay. Bamboo. No, not bamboo. Orca slicer. Okay. I don't know which one it is. One of these can do the bamboo or the Saval. One of them can't, and I don't know which one's which. Don't think it's this one. Oh, it is this one. Okay, Saval SV08, PLA, that, downloads, torture toaster, download the torture toaster, Okay, there we go. So we are going to print this at exactly the default everything that it gives you. So this is the PLA profile that I'm not changing a dang thing. I am not changing a dang thing. So, oh, no brim. I'll do a skirt. We'll do 3 skirt loops at 3 mil height, no brim. Because I might have to adjust my Z because it's the right way. There we go. Okay. Export G code. Save. Printers. It's 128, I believe. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Upload and print. Let's see what we get. What are the speed perimeters infill? Stock. You just made a noise. Here you go. Here's your speeds and feeds. It's whatever the stock values are. That's a bit better. There we go. I will say the camera's pretty nice. I mean, I've seen better, but I've seen worse. What are you even doing? Oh, you're heating the bed up. Waiting for the bed to heat up. For the size, it is actually like it is actually a really good camera. Like it's got a decent frame rate, and it's clean enough. They might have the camera printers, cameras, webcams, edit. They have the sharpness cranked a little high, I think, and they don't have anything. Yeah, the sharpness is cranked a little high on the camera, as you can see. But other than that, like it's perfectly suitable for printer monitoring. It's a shitty webcam. You're not gonna get anything great, but it's good enough that you can see the entire print volume, and it moves up with the Z. So there you go. Thanks for saving me $14. You're welcome. What'd I do? We'll talk more about it. I probably will have a Nero After Dark part today on the stream. It's been a while since we've done one. So we might talk about that. We might hit that a little early tonight. Ooh. So what is this doing right now? So we're heating up. Okay, we're heating up the bed. Doing a QGL. Okay, now it's doing a adaptive mesh, which is good to see. The problem is, after it does this adaptive mesh, it should go to here and do a proper Z offset, but it doesn't. So you're relying entirely on the inductive probe for your Z offset, which is gonna drift. So you're gonna have to live adjust your Z. This is why I'm not happy with SPOOL, because it's like, you know what you copied. You use Voron enough in your marketing for this printer to know what a Voron is. And we have examples of how Vorons do the offsets and everything, so you don't have to worry about drift. And you have the thingy to do it. You also have a nozzle scrubber here that you're not using. So why would you put the hardware in here to do the stuff if you're not going to bother using it because you didn't set it up right? Have you checked the updated macros? I am running the latest firmware that they have provided along with their slicer profile. I am running the latest that they have provided. And they did update the macros from the version I have, but they're still not right. And I'm not going to do their job for them. So it's an $800 machine. Yes, I know a bunch of people got it on sale for $450, but that's sale price. Not on sale, it's an $800 machine with the enclosure, which the fact that this doesn't have an enclosure is kind of a joke that they're selling it with it. It should sell with the enclosure. Because I feel sorry for anyone who paid for the printer and now has to pay again for the enclosure, for the extra price of the enclosure and the added shipping costs of the enclosure. Yeah, see, it doesn't do the nozzle offset right. So now, let's see if I got a live adjust Z. I got a feeling I'm gonna have to live adjust Z. Because we had this saved. We saved it. Yeah, it's a mile off. Oh my God. Really? How are you that bad? You want to go for broke? This is why I wanted to do a bunch of layers with the skirt. Okay. How easy would it be? Copy and paste the start stop script from a Voron and just change the pins. It's not hard at all. It literally would take me 5 minutes to do it, but I refuse to do it because it's not my job. Yeah, even after all that, you know what? Here, watch. I gotta stop. I'm starting over. This is cancel print. Yeah. Look how great that first layer is. Okay. Save config. Okay. Let's try this again. Great. Okay. I'm gonna have to cancel this print too. Rifftraff 60, cheers and appreciate it. Okay, so that's that. Are you gonna let me save config? Save config. Yikes, that audio's clipping. Here. There we go. There we go. I don't know why the audio was clipping out. It's the DJI mics. They're good. It shouldn't be clipping. There we go. I might have to run a extension cable to keep this powered though. We'll see. Happy joy. Got my 2.4 up running with CAN bus. Woo, CAN bus. Oh, fancy. Okay, let's grab this out. Fix this. Okay, that first layer is garbage. I wish I knew where my spatula went. Like how do you lose a spatula? Oh, here it is. Who throws a spoon? Really? Really? Wilmar, $5 here for a bit for drinks. Cheers. I will get a zesty beverage in a moment. Let's try this again. Well, hot out now. Print. Before I do that, gotta finish my current drink. Cocoa press still busy. The cocoa press gets used in waves. That's how I like to refer to it. The cocoa press gets used in waves. So I haven't used it in over a month. But before that, I printed a bunch of stuff for like my little guy's birthday. So like, it's not like I'm constantly printing with it, but like every now and then I'll get like, I need to print a bunch of stuff and I'll print for like a day on it. So like I printed stuff for the family for like Valentine's Day and whatnot. Like that's kind of the use that it gets. It gets really busy for a day and then it doesn't do anything for a bit. Then it gets really busy for a day and then it doesn't do anything for a bit. Okay, so now, how are you now? You're okay now, I think. I think that's okay. Good for Mother's Day? Yeah, print a bunch of, well, I bought chocolates for the wifey for Mother's Day. But what you can do is I made this on the laser. So, oh, hey, it does work. Yay. So this right here, I'm gonna have a bunch of alternate stuff. It's not just gonna be the gamer subs. It's gonna be reminders for the Polymaker giveaway and like join the Discord. It's basically every 10 minutes I have, or it's not 10 minutes, it's like 578 seconds or like that, something like that, because I didn't want it to be exactly 10 minutes. I want it to be random. Well, not random, but I want it to be not a standard set length. It'll just rotate through a bunch of stuff. So right now I just have it set for gamer subs because I'm just setting it up. But we did it. I got a printed photo just of the little guy from soccer or whatever. But I went to Walmart and I bought like just a $10 picture frame, and I customized it on the laser. And I totally screwed up about the whole, I forgot about the whole trigonometry thing. So it's a little closer to the edge than I would like, but. Morton gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. I gotta drop this. This is, drop that a bit more. It is still drifting. Look at that, still drifting. You have the hardware to not have this issue. You have the hardware to not have the issue. You just aren't set up to use it right. Just gah. Martin gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. I don't know if I just said that. Did I just say that? Did I have a brain fart? I don't have Alzheimer's, but at least I don't have Alzheimer's. Already killed itself. Wait, my Saval SV08 already killed itself. Powered it off and back on. Think it corrupted the eMMC. Waiting for USB to eMMC adapter to come in the mail now. Ugh. Yeah, any machine running Clipper, if you power it off, like if you have to do like a hard power off, wait a bit before turning it back on. That's one of the reasons I'm not a huge, it's unfortunately it's too easy to goof it. That's one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of Clipper on these machines. It's gonna be interesting in like a year or two when all these like cheap budget SD cards and eMMC modules start failing. Let's be honest. You guys know anything that comes with anything that has an SD card when it ships from China, those SD cards you are not running Kingston class 10s. You are not running Samsung, you know, 190 megabit a second UH3s or whatever. You know you're getting no name brand shit. So I always use this. Yeah, guess what? A solar flare takes them out. Literally, a solar flare can't take out an SD card or any storage technically. But yeah, it's like, yeah. Bigtree Tech makes good stuff though. Like, I will admit, Bigtree Tech, when they first started coming out with like the first couple, they had a few flubs of SKR revisions. But nowadays they're pretty good. Anyone know of robust storage solutions? Boot off a USB stick. You can run these off of a USB stick instead of an SD card, so you can get like a little 16 gig high quality USB drive. Like I use, my Unraid server runs off a USB stick, so you can run these off that. For the new Bigtree Tech stuff and the Pi 5, this you could put a an NVMe drive. Is it NVMe or SATA? Is it M.2 NVMe or M.2 SATA that this can take? But those can take those, like the Pi 5, and this you can use NVMe. And this actually, unlike the Pi 5, you don't need an adapter. This is the Big Tree Tech Pi 2, which honestly, I don't like the fact they called it a Pi 2, because there's already the Raspberry Pi. It's just confusing. So this is the B Pi. But this has a, if you look on the back there, you got an M.2 slot. So you could put a freaking terabyte NVMe in here if you really wanted to. Although I think it's not a 2230, it's like a 2240, I think. Because there's the screw to hold it down. So yeah, so you can boot this off NVMe. Which I might. Because how cheap? Let's go on Amazon. What is it? BTT Pi 2. So let's see what this actually has, because I have no idea what it actually has. So this is, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. Oh no, my Wi-Fi antenna. Ugh. It's a Big Tree Tech Pi 2 V1. There we go. Okay, this is it. You put this big honking heatsink on it. So let's put the big honking heatsink on it. Let's do that. Ooh. Also, this is cheaper than a Pi 5. This is cheaper than a Pi 5. I think it's more powerful than a Pi 4, maybe? Okay. It's got an RK35. Oh, wow. It actually has built-in 2 gigs RAM and a 32 gig eMMC already. Oh, shit. That's actually pretty cool. So it's got built-in storage already, eMMC, and an NVMe solid state. That ain't bad. Actually, what does it have for power in, too? Can you just power it? Yeah, PCI Express 2.1. It's got gigabit Ethernet. It's got gigabit. This actually might be not a bad, if you want to use it for like a little NAS or something. It's got fast Ethernet. It's got a CSI interface with DSI. There's your GPIO. Oh shit! Okay, this right here alone, you can give this thing 24 volts. I'm totally putting this in the, we're gonna put this in the VZBot. I'm gonna put this in the VZBot. Yeah, we're gonna put this in the VZBot. It's just 24 volts. That's not bad. And you got 2 of those. You can camera, screens. It's got Bluetooth, HDMI, USB 3.0. Take an MPCME. Wow, this actually ain't bad. Okay, so it's a M.2 key 4+5, but how big is it? Is it a 2240? Ooh. Fan sounds like shit. Also, that first layer is garbage. Oh well. We get what we get. 2242. Okay, let's see. M.2 2242. So you can get, let's see, how cheap? How cheap? Price low to high. There you go. You can get a beer toy. A beer toy. What is the cheapest one from an actual brand? I mean, you can get a 16 gig one for dirt cheap. I wouldn't really trust those. But yeah, you can get, you know, 256 gig. There you go, 36 bucks for 32 gig. You can get them. So yeah, this actually, I might end up, we might just put, just run this as is. Why not? What is all this? Look at all this. It's got a mic. What is this? It's got a mic in, headphone jack, power key, HDMI 2.0 out, recovery key, power LED, Type-C connector. This thing has more connectivity than a MacBook. And it's got an NVMe drive. This thing is more featured than a MacBook Pro that costs like as much as a car. Would you believe that? Cool. I also like the fact that it actually comes with an external antenna. Costs less than a Pi 4 too. Yeah. The thing that was always I didn't like about the CB1, the first version of this, was shitty Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi connectivity on the first gen products were not great. But I think they may have fixed it. How's all this coming along? You are printing okay. You're printing okay. I forgot to check if you're printing okay. You look like you're printing okay now. Can it run input shaper? It should be able to. Anything that is more powerful than a Pi 3B or a 02 can run input shaper calibrations. So. Been running my CB2, running on my Pad 7 for quite a while. I have a Pad 5, but that has a CM4 in it. And I don't think there'd be any advantage to replacing the CM4 with a CB2. I don't think. Like, I don't think there'd be any advantage to replace a CM4 with a CB2. I don't think there's any reason to do that. You can see the first layer kind of failed in a few spots, but we'll see if it recovers. We'll see. Being tortured. Does the SV08 hardware seem okay? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. The parts are plastic injection molded. They're okay right now. I think these are glass fiber filled parts, which if they are, the molds are going to get eaten apart as production goes on, unless they do regular maintenance. So I've heard stories of people who have gotten SV06s later on in the life cycle of the printer that they don't look as good as like the one I got. So that I'm a little concerned about. Same with like the bearings. Like I don't know how good the bearings are. They're not squeaking, but they might explode in 6 months. They might explode in 6 years. They might never explode. I don't know. I can't really. So in terms of build quality, it's not bad, but it's an $800 machine that they were selling at $450 on sale. Can you connect a DSLR camera to a Big Tree Tech? Directly, no. However, there's something called a cam link. So anything that can take HDMI and convert it to USB, so a cam link, for example, will work with it. You just need a capture card, essentially. Like I've done that. You can hook your fancy camera up to an octopus for time lapse if you really want. You just need a basically a cam link adapter. So. Should I even bother to get the CV2? Apparently they did fix the Wi-Fi on later revisions of the CV1. Try it. Like if you already have it, you might as well go through and set it up. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Like you've already got it. Worst that'll happen is it just doesn't work great. Let's be honest. So you might as well just send it. Do they have a single image? Well, it's a new product, so I don't know what they have for images. So, like, I haven't looked. They gave me those boards at Smurf or Murph. So. You will DM me on Discord. Okay. Oh yeah, that's much better. How are you doing? You're doing good? How are you doing? You're doing good. Everyone's doing good. But actually, were we supposed to get more lights again tonight? Were we supposed to get more lights tonight? I don't know if we're supposed to get more lights tonight. Also, I really got to cut. This hose is way too long. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice having a really long exhaust hose, but that's too long. Okay. Are there more lights? Hopefully I don't let a lot of bugs in. Oh. Oh, beautiful. It's cloudy as shit. I can't see anything. I forgot. It's cloudy. How does the Leviathan run? Put it this way. I don't know. Remember what machine we put it in. So it's running fine. Or actually, we haven't used it yet. Or have we used it yet? I don't know which machine has a Leviathan in it. The Trident. The Trident has it, right? We put it in the Trident. Right? Because Tallboy has a Kraken. Trident is in has a Leviathan. Yeah. It's working fine. And we're putting another Leviathan in V226. Which is what we're printing. Actually, that's what I got. I think I gotta buy stuff for XOL. What do I gotta buy for XOL? No, not Zoll, Will of the Thousands. XOL toolhead. I think I need to buy some hardware for it. Bill of materials. Okay. I have all this stuff. I've got all that. M3, the toolhead. I don't have M2s. Do you need M2s, or can you get by with M3s with it? Do I need to buy M2s? And I'm gonna need to buy a 2510. I have 4010s, but I need a 2510. So I'm gonna have to buy I'm gonna have to buy that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a 2510. Okay. How hot does it get? The Leviathan? I don't know. It's not reading a temperature. But the Raspberry Pi is like 35, so. Pre-released it away with M2s. Okay, then we're good. So it looks like I just got to buy a 2510. So I need to buy a 2510. You should have a 2510 from V0. Probably not. I don't think so. Pre-release. I printed everything pre-release, so we should be okay. The best way to buy custom length 2020 with pre-drilled blind joint. If you got the money, Masumi will do it for you. Masumi, you tell Masumi what size extrusion, what length, what kind of holes you want on it, where you want the holes. They'll do it if you, but I don't know, they're a little pricey. DLL PDF. I talked to those guys at Rocky Mountain. They got cool stuff. I don't know if they do custom orders stuff, but it's not going to hurt to reach out. I know Masumi will do it, but they will gladly take your money too. So. They do custom? Okay, then check out DLL PDF, and you can get them in some pretty cool colors, too. You're printing, you're printing, you're printing. Good. Who DM'd me? Oh. Everything we do is custom. There you go. Some really nice ones at Rock Mountain. Yes, they do custom art. Yeah, so there you go. Check out DLL PDF then. Might as well support a community, a local, an in-house. I don't know. Might as well support somebody who's more affiliated with 3D printing than just a generic multi-giant national company who's already making enough already. Saval work now? It's always worked. Here's my thing. The Saval has always worked. The problem is, it's like buying a car where the tires weren't tight. It's still not working correctly. You turn the radio on and the windshield wipers turn on. So it's still not like doing the startup macro properly. Like they still don't have it set up correctly to do nozzle probing or do a correct nozzle offset for a print start. It's still entirely relying on the inductive probe instead of using the Z load cell here for a Z switch with the nozzle. So that means every time I start a print from cold, I have to live adjust Z. So yeah, it does print, and it doesn't print bad. Like, let's be honest, it actually prints okay. But here's my conundrum. Are you ready? I am a person who does content for 3D printing. I don't do a ton of 3D printing reviews, but I do occasionally show off new printers in live streams and videos. The problem is, and this is going to sound like a really weird thing to nitpick, most printers nowadays print fine. Most modern printers, as long as they're built well, and by built well, I mean like they aren't built out of, laser cut acrylic and are actually competently put together. But most modern printers nowadays print fine. Like they'll print whatever you tell them to print. They'll spit out a benchy pretty good in a pretty decent time. So most printers nowadays print fine. So when every printer prints fine nowadays, what makes it special? That's where you kind of have to go, okay, so they all print okay. Now what? Okay, now I'm going to judge it more on quality of life features, on ease of use, on repairability, on how well it's put together, how good the ecosystem is. So for this, I look at it and, it's got an unfinished firmware. It was lacking in macros. It wasn't set up right out of the box. It came to me with incorrectly assembled components. and incorrectly assembled like pins and whatnot. Like they used the wrong components in certain spots, and they built the entire top hat backwards. It had no slicer profiles except one that was for PLA only. It's a Voron clone that's not even enclosed. Panels are optional, and you can pay for them separately and ship them to your house separately for an added charge. I'm like, cool. Other than build volume, for $800, there are much better options out there. For if you go, here's $800. You can buy any printer you want for $800. If I don't need 350 build volume, I'm not buying this machine. It's called a P1S. So that's kind of the problem with this. Is for those that got it at $450, that's not bad. But this isn't a $450 printer. It's an $800 printer. I'm judging it with the enclosure and not sale price. I'm judging it on its normal price. I don't do that. Ooh, it's a $450 printer. Check my AF link out in the description. I don't do that. It's an $800 printer. I'm judging it like an $800 printer because that's what the price is. I don't look at sale prices, especially on a new product, because that's just the pump sale numbers. So you didn't get panels at $450, so it's a $550. Well, it's another $100 for the panel, and then whatever shipping costs for the panel, plus tax. So that's the thing. At $800, the P1S exists. And other than build volume, the P1S pretty much beats this in every way. It's already enclosed. It's got a ton of support behind it. It's got a giant community behind it. It's already proven. Like, that's my conundrum. It's like when somebody asks me, oh, what do you think of this printer? And I look it up, and it's just a V-wheel bed flinger. I'm like, cool, it's a V-wheel bed flinger. It's like all the other ones. Oh, hey, it has clipper. Well, cool, you can put that on any of them. Like, that's a giant toxic community. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, but I'm just saying, if you're building something that has grown a community that large, regardless of what kind of community it is, and let's be honest, most large communities end up getting toxic anyways. It is what it is, nature of the beast and whatnot. They're obviously doing something right. The Cheaty Pro. You know what's funny? I got a K1C on the ground right now. I'm not using it right now because I don't need to use it. But everything I printed on that K1C after I fixed Clipper, so it's not gimped Clipper that they ship it with, it prints fine. This is ABS on the K1C. I don't know about you. That's a mighty fine rocket engine. There we go. Creality K1C, ABS rocket engine. That ain't bad. That's what I mean. It prints fine. The question is, how is it going to be reliable in the long term? That's the problem. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because right now, let's see here. Okay, and Saval SV08. Now, apparently they have a 250 millimeter version of this they're working on. If, depending on that price, then it gets more interesting. Because right now, it is enclosed, it's a $699 printer enclosed. Right now, on sale, it's $699. So it's the same price as a P1S. So based on everything you've seen on me talking about this machine and other reviewers, for $700, I'll make a poll right now. For $700, pick one. No AMS on the P1S because this doesn't have an AMS equivalent either. So there you go. I'm doing a poll. For $700, here's a check for $700. You have to buy either an SV08 enclosed or P1S. Which one are you buying? Which one are you buying? Now, here's the thing. If you need big, this is bigger than a P1S. So there you go, right there. That immediately knocks the P1S out. But if you don't need big, that is there. Now, here's the thing. Do you like tinkering with your printers? Because guess what? Even though this isn't a Voron, and none of the Voron mods are compatible with it, you still have more room to fiddle with this machine than you do a P1S. You have more room to fix stuff on here than the P1S. You have more room to fiddle and add stuff and modify stuff with this than a P1S. So. Also, hey, do you work in a work environment where you have to be able to run your machine headless with no Wi-Fi for updates and whatnot? This you can update offline. This you technically never have to connect to the internet. For $710, you can go with a Magic Phoenix 350 2.4 kit. There you go. And the Magic Phoenix kits, I haven't built one, but I've heard good things about them for their budget. So if you want a printer that you want to fiddle with, you could just build a Voron. And you have full control over that printer with an extremely large modding community ready to go. And they come with panels. So that's the thing. Like, you really have to sit down and go, you have to look at it from different ways. You can't just go, this is best printer, buy it. It is, this fits this niche, this fits this niche, this fits this niche. They all have a little niche, and they all have their own, you know, their own slot that they fit into. Now, granted, sometimes there's a lot of overlap, like in the land of V-wheel bed flingers that are 220 millimeter print volumes. There's a whole bunch of them, and there's ain't much that distinguishes them apart. But yeah. And a Prusa is still $7.99. Prusa is the cost of a Prusa. Here's the thing. Prusa doesn't have the advantage of being able to lean on certain large government organizations to help with offsetting costs as much. Yes, they're in the Czech Republic, and costs to operate in the Czech Republic are cheaper than some other EU places, but it ain't as cheap as China. We watched the non-OSHA video, right? Here, let me pull it up again. Let me just refresh your memory. When you're competing against manufacturing, that this is the standard of support. Yeah, when you're, you know, competing against manufacturing that is operating on this level of YOLO-ness, it's kind of hard to come in at a cheaper price. So it is what it is. It is what it is. That's why I don't highlight price a lot, because it's for some people, price is everything. For a lot of people, it's not. And also, it's like, you know, some people just refuse to buy anything from China, right? Every time I talk about anything Chinese, I get comments from people like, oh, buy American. I'm like, why would I ever buy a foreign shit? I'm Canadian. It's all foreign to me. So, yeah. What would you suggest for an enclosed high-temp printer for government use, no Wi-Fi? If the government's paying, get a Stratasys or a Pantheon or anything with support. If you're talking, the moment you say it's for government use, you're buying something that comes with a support. It comes with a number you can call at 2 in the morning when the machine breaks down, and they send a tech out to fix it. That's what you should be doing. Also, it's government. Make them pay. You shouldn't be paying. So money shouldn't matter as much. Pantheon is Canadian. Yeah, I gotta rep the home team every now and then. Thanks for the CB1 Wi-Fi warning info today. Was fighting words. I started to pick up on paper about better. I still believe in your kit V2. Cheers. Since it works with more industrial. Yeah, Grant might know more about that, but I don't think he does crazy high temp stuff. So, but yeah, you're looking at something that's going to have support behind it. This is where, like, people are like, why is Ultimaker still around? They're making these super expensive machines. Vision Miner. Let me pull it up here. Port, Rocky Mountain, Vision Miner. Okay. Let me mute it. Okay. So I did a video. It'll probably be not this week's, or this might be an additional video, but I did a video with Vision Miner in their IDEX machine. Okay. So this thing is an enclosed IDEX Core XY machine. It's got their bed, does the cool tramming thing. It's a $14,000 machine. But this thing prints with like a 90-degree C chamber. Like, this prints the crazy Gucci stuff that you are spending a couple $100s a roll on. And this machine is bought by companies that, to them, wow, $14,000. That's much cheaper than the $25,000 one we were going to buy. We'll take it. So, yeah, those are the machines you are looking at. Why would the government pay $2,000 for hard drives I can get for $300? Because 1 a.m. when they're failing, somebody will be on a plane with replacements before they die. Exactly. Exactly. Like, there is scales to things outside of our comprehension and our little home 3D printing space. Like, yeah. There's a fly in here. Oh, that's a mosquito. I let a mosquito in. Excuse me. Keep this loaded right here, just in case the mosquito shows back up. Well, I opened the door. That's the problem with me opening the door. Any word of flow tech for the SV08? Yeah, what's flow tech? A BGA 60. What's a BGA 60? By the way, how are my prints going? I should probably check on them. That's printing okay, that's printing okay, and that's printing okay. Micro Swiss nozzles. Oh, it's a Micro Swiss. Maybe. This uses a proprietary hot end. That's the problem. So you're gonna have to like make some adapter thing for it. Wait a minute. Does it not include the camera? Or is this an extra camera? Does it not include a camera? Oh, spare parts. Yeah, those are spare parts. Okay, so it does include a camera. Okay. To get my CB1 on Wi-Fi, I had to split my dual band network into separate 5. And yeah, the Wi-Fi on the CB1s is funky. Oh no! Video is delayed indefinitely. No, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna spend 3 hours of my night without a summoning salt video to watch? Oh no. Mesh router. Well, I got a whatchamacallit out here. I got a Ubiquiti hotspot. Including hot end replacement. I'm always in awe of people that whenever a brand new printer comes out, they just swoop in and just got a whole community of mods ready to go. They're just like, okay, mods, let's go. I pick SV08. Mark, I think you're on a delay. We finished that poll a while ago. And it actually came out to 50-50, which I was kind of surprised about, but it kind of makes sense. I would actually be really interested to see how that poll would go in other communities. It would be very interesting to see how that poll would fare in other communities. Because I think my community is more people that are willing to fiddle and are willing to take more of a risk on something like this. This community is built on mod, and we will mod it till we die. Here's the thing, though. You shouldn't have to. A lot of the time. There's a now, if you want to put a stealth burner on here, yeah, you're gonna have to mod it. But like certain things, you shouldn't have to mod in. Let's be honest. A lot of mods is because the developers of the hardware kind of just cut corners or something. So. Like people tuning Civics. Yeah. CB1 or BigTreeTech Pi V1.2. I think they are the same. So get a Pi 2. Yeah, get the new Pi 2. Not the V1.2. Get a Pi 2. I can barely get a print done on a stock, perfectly functional, brand new printer before the mods start. Don't do that. That's another thing. Build your printer stock. As somebody who used to help people troubleshoot new builds way back in the day on the Voron Discord, nothing is more annoying than going through, like, spending a good chunk of time trying to talk to somebody through an issue with the printer, and then you realize, hey, they went and modded it already, and you've been assuming it was a stock build, and they went and changed so much that it's like you have no idea what they broke. It's like, what do you mean you're running custom Z, a custom upper idler, custom gantry mounts, and a completely non-standard tool head, and you're telling me you're having layer shift issues? I don't know what you did, because you got pin mods in there too. Like, I don't know what you fiddled with that screwed it up. You did something. Why Bamboo is the most... Here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with a mostly closed ecosystem. It can work, and obviously Bamboo shows that it works. However, it has downsides. Especially when you're unlikely to take community input on things too often. But it's obvious, like, the Bamboo method works. They're obviously kicking butt. So what they're doing obviously works, but it comes with downsides of doing it that way. There we go. 2.4 is stock, but I added BFI and yeah, I've got the beefy idlers on a bunch of my machines now. I haven't bothered with the G5 mod ever. I've never had issues with the stock one. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab a drink. Remember, code Canuck Creator, 10% off gaming subs. But it's 10:15, so we'll turn the light off. Turn the light off. There we go. Go to Nero after dark. I think I have a beer left. Do I have a beer left? I do have a beer left. So there we go. How's that printing? That's good. That 3 kilogram spool is feeding fine. Ooh. That. No, land, land, land. Gotcha. Gotcha. Die. There's my light there has got a diffuser on it, and the mosquitoes and whatnot like to land on it. And since it's a big like diffuser, I can just hit it with a dart and nothing will happen. That was a Nerf blaster. No scope. It has sights. They're the meme sights. They're the meme sights. They actually do work too. That's the funny thing. Wojak site? Yeah, they're the Wojak sites. The site. Can you see these? Can you see these what? I got one of those salt guns for flies, which mounted nice. That a printed bug ending device? Yeah, well, it's a Nerf blaster, which yes will end mosquitoes. Because I'm in a garage and I opened the door earlier, so now they're everywhere. I spend 3 hours modding someone's design to save 5 hours. Hey, if you're doing a lot of production, if you're printing a lot of things, saving 5 hours of print time on like a 20-hour print is actually a lot. Like optimizing for production, if you work in CNC and you are really good at optimizing stuff for production, you can make some good money. So, get some fly paper. Well, the problem is the flies aren't out here long enough. And they're not flies. Usually it's like mosquitoes. Because I open the door or the garage door gets opened and the few fly in and they just kind of hang out in here for a day. And then they die. So usually they're in here pretty quick and they won't go to fly paper that quickly. So let's check out the wood I got. So I picked up this on Amazon. So I've got 25 sheets of wood now. So we'll see how quality this wood is. 3D and T printing. Thank you for coming to member. So the question is, how flat did it stay? Actually, that ain't bad. Yep, it's wood. There you go, 3mm thick basswood for the laser. So now I can really fire my laser. Termite food, yum yum yum. Well, I got a few projects I want to do. I need to make a where did I put it? I got this one. Where's the bigger one? There it is. I want to make a bigger one of these to put on the wall. I don't know where I put the bigger one. Oh. But yeah, it's 25 sheets of 3mm wood from Amazon. And we're not doing the laser tonight because it rained all day and there's mosquitoes, so I'm not going to open the door. Shoot, there was another one. I need CNC food. I do, but the problem is I've already run out of room for the CNC. I've played with it a few times since I built it, just engraving and testing stuff. The problem is I've already like filled up its work area, so I need another bench for it. So we'll see. I honestly will probably, at the way things are going, I'm probably not going to put it on a bench and just bring it outside when I use it. Just hit it with the hose when I'm done. Can you laser the mosquitoes? You can! I'm pretty sure, was it Bill Gates had a thing where they had like a laser on a camera that would like automatically zap mosquitoes in a room? I think you can do that, but I'm not going to because I like seeing. Is the wood dry? I'm assuming. I don't know. I mean, I could put it in a printer and turn the bed on for a bit, act like a kiln. But it was vacuum sealed. So. The cats are mewing for you to come to bed. How do you tell if wood is wet? I mean, it smells like wood. If I squeeze it, water doesn't come out. I know what I could do. Aha. Big brain. I am big brain. Biggest brain on YouTube. Nope, that don't gonna fit. Never mind. Never mind. Feel it? It feels like wood. Go feeling your wood on stream, you might get suspended. Funny joke. That's okay. We're at Nero after dark hour, so this is the part of the stream where I turn the main light off and we just kind of yap. I put out a community post going, "Hey, I'm working with GamerSups now. Here's a discount code. Use it." The comments I got, most people were happy with it. Most people are like most of the feedback I've gotten of, hey, I'm now partnered with GamerSups, has been cool. I'll use your code. And according to my metrics, a bunch of you have, so thank you. But oh my god, some people like straight up like, nope, I'm out. I'm unsubscribed. I never want to see you again. What, like full on, like, I'm like, it's powdered flavor for water with some caffeine in it. That's optional. I'm like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see if the artwork's not your thing. But I mean, like, if you've been watching the streams, you know I kind of have that kind of sense of humor and whatnot. So it's like, okay, and of course, you don't have, you can get just generic ones. Like, I don't know. Every streamer that I watch that works with GamerSups loves GamerSups. Everyone that I've talked to about it, anyone that I've looked up, loves working with GamerSups. Like, I've heard nothing but great things about people who work with GamerSups. And even like my experience with them was very, very good. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Like, I already buy your stuff. Okay. And they, by the way, for those that don't know, they reached out to me. They're like, yeah, I just came across your stream when I was looking up some 3D printing stuff, and I saw you were drinking it and you're talking about it. So you want to do this? I'm like, okay. Yeah. So also for the whole get your bag, it's the same thing as like AliExpress. It's an affiliate link. I get a cut of sales. That's an affiliate link. I get no more bag from GamerSups as I do from Polymaker or AliExpress or E3D. It's an affiliate link. They don't actually pay me, like, just to promote it. Like, I get an affiliate link. That's it. So, but yeah, I don't get. Somebody told me I sold out for the equivalent of dick pills. I'm like, how are you comparing that to flavored water? It'd be like, I view this more like a HelloFresh or a Factor thing. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to work with them. A bunch of my community's happy to work with it. Yes, it's weeb water with waifu cups. Cool. If it's your thing, buy it. If it's not your thing, don't buy it. It is what it is. So, I don't know. Crypto? Hell nah. If you happen to be new here, I absolutely detest crypto. And I refuse to like even associate with anyone who ever promoted that shit. So no, I won't be on your podcast. So yeah, crypto is like hard no. No. I'll do Raycons before crypto. Anyone who promotes crypto is straight up scummy. And they're just straight up doing it to separate you from your money as part of a pump and dump. Crypto is a pump and dump. Let's be honest. At least it's not as bad as NFTs. But. You get Factor sponsorship. Here's the thing. I got Stream Elements, right? That's my overlay, Stream Elements. So here's the thing. Because I have Stream Elements for YouTube and Twitch, I get the emails from Twitch for sponsorships, which are a lot of shitty like MOBA games, like gacha games, where it's like, oh, stream this game and we'll give you some money. So I don't do those, obviously. But I get HelloFresh offers. The thing is, I don't get HelloFresh offers for the YouTube. So I don't know if I can accept the HelloFresh thing for the Twitch and then just do a HelloFresh, because I'll be honest, I would love to do a cooking stream. I would love to do a cooking stream. So HelloFresh, reach out. We'll do a cooking stream. Yeah. Raid Shadow Legends. Apparently Raid doesn't do it anymore. Like it used to be, they used to do like basically give you a big bag of money, and they don't do it anymore. So saw my last cooking stream, not impressed. That wasn't a stream, it was a video, and we'll do better than cooking a steak on a 3D printer. Where's our rant overlay? I don't have it anymore because I remember I switched the computers. So whoever made that rant overlay, if you want to send it to me again, I'll actually put it into the rotation. Maybe Voron will sponsor me next. Voron doesn't sponsor anything. For those that don't know, Voron does not sponsor anything or endorse anything either. Like, disclosure, I'm a member of the Voron team. I'm an admin on the Voron Discord. But this has nothing to do with Voron. This is my own thing. PCB. I gotta talk to them. They sent me an email. I gotta hook up with them again. Yeah, PCB Way is your Fisher. Like, I hope this doesn't sound bad, but it's Fisher Price, my first tech YouTuber sponsor. They send it offers to anyone, and I have one in my email. But they're like, "Hey, let's work together on something." I'm like, I don't really want to just you make something for me and give it to me. Like, I'd rather do a sponsorship thing. So we'll see. That is something I do got to work on the channel for. That's something I'll fully admit. I don't monetize my channel anywhere near as much as I should be. Compared to other YouTubers in our sphere, I'm not bombarding you guys with enough shill. Yeah. It's the artwork that's cringe. I mean, it's a personal preference thing. Here's the thing, like, pull it up here. Like, yeah, you don't have to get the waifu cup. The very not leaving much to the imagination waifu cup. But you don't have to. Because you can just get, you know, just normal cups. Like they do random cups too. You don't have to get the waifu cup. Uh-oh, something moved. What moved? Spool of filament moved, and I don't know which one. Are you moving? Yep, you're still rotating. Still going. Oh, we're good. Okay, never mind. Something moved, but I don't know what. There's a reason. Yeah, here's the thing. There's a market for it that's willing to buy. Although I think I do need to have something gamer subs in the background. Every streamer I know that works with gamer subs has like the logo in the background or something. I got to do that, I think. Should I laser? I'll laser it. We'll do a big laser logo or something. Or I'll print something. Oh, I'll figure something out. The tubs also have the branding too. I mean, it's a tub. Oh Lord! Somebody Avert your eyes, children. Avert your eyes, children. It's filled with good. Or you could be, you know, a man of culture. The giant shy lily. Oh yeah, here's the thing. The shy lily flavor is actually really good. The blowhole blast is actually a nice flavor. I do like it. And yeah, they don't leave much to the imagination, but it is what it is. Here's the thing. I'm a nerd. You're a nerd. We're all nerds here. And right now, well, earlier I had some brand risk, but it's gonna be really interesting to see how this comes out. I'm actually pretty interested to see if this actually, how competent this finishes it. I'm a geek. It's potato, tomato. So is anyone else getting more Northern Lights tonight? Is anyone else getting more tonight? Because it's cloudy where I'm at, so. Shop called I Hate Anime. Usually when they have a category, that is, if I'm not mistaken, that's like an active promotion. So if they have, like, if they're working with a new creator or something, or they have like a new line, that's where the I Hate Anime. Like, usually when you go to shop and you go to the bottom, usually this one is like the current thing. So right now it's like I Hate Anime, so that's where these cups are, the black and white cups. So see, like, there you go. If you got kids in the room, you just go to this page. There you go. There's nothing here that's there. You can get delicious flavors like blue. My wife loves it. I was talking with the wifey and I mentioned like some of the comments some people left. And she started laughing. It's like, really? People are like, really? So she found it funny that some people like don't get it. Like they're too serious. Like, why you gotta? It's on the game. Why you have to be mad? The sauce stuff from Badger is funny. Apparently the where is it? Meat Canyon's one is actually pretty good. Apparently the Meat Canyon flavor is pretty good. Let's find it here. Yeah. Raw meat. It is a, what is the flavor? What is the actual flavor? Where does it actually say the flavor? It's watermelon cantaloupe. Watermelon cantaloupe. Yeah, they are above my house. Nice. Yeah, it's way overcast here right now, so I ain't seen them tonight. I saw them last night. Like, for those wondering, this was last night. So this is what, I didn't get any video because I had to turn on like long exposure on my phone to capture them well. Because this is what it's like if you just take a picture. So this is like normal mode, and then when you turn on long exposure, you get that. So. Oh, And here's the laser from lasering the other night when we were cutting out the rep boxes. When are they visible? The northern lights at night, but they're only visible like during solar activity if you're south. Like if you normally don't see the northern lights, yesterday and tonight might be a chance to see them. They need to charge for samples so you can get more than one. The samples come with like 4 or 5 samples. You get 4 or 5 individual packs. And I think I said the other day you get free shipping. I believe it's only free shipping in the US. At least it, like you can only do free samples once. Last time I did it, they were free. But I think they charge for international shipping now, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Because they just come in an envelope, right? They just throw them in the mail. Myrtle Beach, Northern Lights. It's $5 shipping in the US. Okay, so they changed it. I could have sworn I got them for free, but that was like 2 years ago. I'm in France. Yeah, last night they were crazy. Like I actually went outside. I'm like, oh shit, there they are. We only get the sample pack one. Well, yeah. Otherwise, people would abuse it. Let's be honest. And also, if you do an order with them, you do get samples too. At least every time I've done an order with them, like if I order like a cup and a couple tubs, they come with another sample pack as well. So. And then I think I also I get included with like the emails for like when they have promotions and whatnot, so I can like let you guys know when there's a sale going on or something. So that'll be cool. Too invested in Circle. Is Circle the like the water that you smell it or something? Is that what Circle is? Yeah, maybe it's random then. Or maybe they just feel sorry for me because I'm Canadian and I gotta pay the stupid shipping price to get them up here. That's air up? Okay. See, for me, I needed my caffeine fix. That's my thing. Because I'm a night owl, I needed my caffeine fix. So I was drinking a ton of pop at night. That's what was doing me in. Like, here's the thing. I haven't lost a ton of weight this year, but I am down about 10 pounds from the start of the year. The thing is, because I've completely like cut out sugary drinks, I don't carry the weight like I used to. I'm not as bloated. Because I used to drink like 2 or 3 cans of pop a day. Most of that in the afternoon, like before bed. So, yeah. We got the Northern Lights all the way up time in the steel mirror. Here, let me find the folder. I did find the folder. I did find the folder of, where are you? Are you in the vault? You're in the vault. There you are. Large icons. There you go. So this is my Arctic Warfare exercise from 2014. I think I have some Northern Light photos in here. So this was February of 2014 up in Rankin Inlet, up in Nunavut. So this is the tent we lived in, and you would have 10 people in this tent. It was -20 during the day, down to like -40 at night. This is me. I am cold. This is what it looks like at like 4 in the afternoon. There's an Inukshuk in town. There's me. Oh, that's a picture. This is more Arctic tundra. So here's the thing. There you can see grass. It doesn't snow a ton. It just doesn't go away. It just blows around forever. Oh, God. Look at this baby-faced kid. Look how baby-faced this is. Ugh. 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 There we go. Hide the shame. There you go. Frozen eyes. flying. Having fun. Those are our toboggans. So every group, every section in Canadian Army or Canadian Forces, because technically Canadian Forces is all three branches. The Army, the Air Force, and the Navy are all under the Canadian Forces. We don't have squads. We work in sections because it's British based. So every section of 8 guys, you had 2 of these toboggans. 2 people pull, 1 push. It sucks. There you go. There's the Northern Light picture. This is how much a 24 pack of Coke cost up there in 2014. There's our tents again. You leave everything outside. Like even your parka, your weapon, everything, you leave outside because you don't want to bring them in because of the temperature change. It'll condense and freeze up on you. There's another picture of me. That's a narwhal tusk. Look at this baby face guy. Ugh. More nothing. That is a very proud regal doggo. So I took this picture because this dog got to, I'm assuming this was the pet dog, because right behind me was like an outdoor kennel filled with like mushing dogs for toboggans. And this was the only dog that got to like not be in the kennel. And he just stood there all day overlooking the kennel, just like being smug. That's my regiment. And I think that's it. There. You want to see something really scary? You want to see something really scary? That was a fun summer. How's that coming along? That's coming along good. Narwhal swimming in the ocean. So when I was up there, I got to try polar bear. How heavy are those hats? Like 3 or 4 pounds. They're real bear skin. I got to try polar bear. I got to try moose, like raw moose. You eat it like frozen. You eat it frozen. That's how it is. And I got to try blubber. Several things. Moose, raw moose is like steak. It was pretty good. Blubber, I couldn't do it. It's like it's like you're chewing on a loogie. It's like nah. Polar bear. Fishy roast beef. If I had to say like what eating polar bear tastes like, it's like fishy roast beef. Queen's Guard. Yeah, I did ceremonial guard up in Ottawa one summer. So Queen's Guard, actually that was the summer the Queen was there. So that was what, 2010, I think, when she visited Ottawa. So I met the Queen. I said hello to her. Or actually, she said hello to me and asked if I was having a nice day. And I said, yes, Your Majesty. And that was it. But I met the Queen. But yeah, I spent a summer doing ceremonial guard up in Ottawa. Take care, Apulo. We're going to be doing the giveaway in 13 minutes, by the way. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance to win. I know I have the little pop-up here. For the gamer subs thing, that I'm gonna have different things rotate, so it won't always be gamer subs. So every 10 minutes instead of me pitting like the whole enter to win, I'm gonna have a pop-up like rotate through a bunch of different things throughout the stream. So it'll be the gamer subs thing, it'll be enter for the Polymaker, other random stuff I'll just have. That way I don't have to rely on the pin thing in chat all the time. Take a bite out of moose. Well, how it was is somebody bought moose steak. So on one of like the last nights of the X, a bunch of the locals came in and brought stuff to like sell to the gullible army guys. So we bought some moose steaks to cook and eat, because by that point we were sick and tired of rations. So we bought some moose steaks. We actually bought all their moose steaks. So the other platoons didn't have any. because we are smart. We seized the supply chain immediately. So we did that. But they also brought like frozen moose that you like eat raw. So I got to eat raw frozen moose, which was kind of weird tasting. It tasted better cooked, put it that way. And then I got to try polar bear, which apparently you're not supposed to. But I did anyways. I don't think you're legally allowed to eat polar bear. Because like they were selling pelts, polar bear skins to people. The problem is, technically, and I'm assuming we're past the statute of limitations here. Technically, as a non-native, and by native I mean like first persons, or whatever the correct term is now, but you know what I mean when I mean native. You're not allowed to own unprocessed polar bear skin in Canada. You're allowed to own it once it's been turned into something. But like, I can't just like buy a pelt. They were selling pelts to people. I didn't get one because I did not want to pay the price they wanted to charge for it. But yeah. Bear liver's a topic. That's why I didn't eat the liver. Yeah, don't eat any predator. Whenever you have, if you're ever in a survival situation, predator animals are usually the last ones you want to eat. And if you do eat them, you want to avoid the organs. Because they usually have a buildup of, as you move up the food chain, the bad stuff builds up. So you want to try to avoid eating the predator species, and you want to avoid eating like livers. Are you allowed to breathe in Canada without a license? Yeah. It's in the UK, you need a license for that. Boy, mate, you got a license for that? Yeah, wasn't there like a Russian expedition that got like stranded or stuck somewhere, and they're like, they killed a bunch of polar bears. They're like, yeah, we got a ton of food now. And they ended up all dying because they just ate polar bear livers and they all just died of poisoning. In Russia, predator eats you. Nah, that's not true. Let's be honest. You get sent to Ukraine where a thing that goes does that to you. And then somebody takes video of that, puts some funk over it, and uploads it to YouTube. How do I like the SVO8? It's getting a lot of airtime. I'll be honest, it's getting a lot more airtime than I planned. The only reason we're printing on it today is because it was still on the bench from yesterday. I've got other printers printing. It's just this was here and I was like, hey, let's do a torture test. Upload it to Twitter. It's Twitter. Nobody calls it X. Twitter. Have I finished Clark? No, I haven't watched season 3 yet. I haven't watched season 3. I'm gonna watch it with the wifey. Hopefully this week. Because we watched season 1 and 2 together, so we're gonna watch season 3 together. But yeah, the SVO8 firmware is still not there. I'm still not happy with the firmware. So apparently, I heard the council. The council that has been like stopping him at every turn from trying to be a productive, contributing member of society on his farm, got like threatened by people. Like people are getting so fed up with his local council that they're like sending in threats, which don't do that. But it's like, I kind of understand it now. They fall out of windows. Oh yeah, they fall out of windows over there. Did anyone watch the Victory Day parade in Russia? I watched the laser pig in group, like them watching it. It's sad when I've been in military parades that had more hardware, and I'm a Canadian. Isn't the SEO8 open source? Open source as in here's the design. It's all custom though. Have fun. Have I tried the KD 1 Pro yet? I've tried the Smart and okay, of the new generation of the X Smart 3s, I've tried the smallest and the medium one, and they were both okay. Like nothing blew me away on them, that they were okay printers. They felt very cheap though. The enclosures on them felt very cheap. Here's the thing. A lot of printers have chamber heaters now, and they market it as a selling point. What they should be doing is marketing as, we built this printer and the enclosure leaks so much heat, we have to put a heater in it to make up for the fact that we leak so much heat and we can't hold a high ambient temperature off the bed alone. So. Yeah, which one's the Q1 Pro? Also, FL Sun S1 should be here this week. I don't know if they'll let me unbox it right away. I think they're waiting for an embargo date. Oh, this one. Yeah, I don't have this one, so I can't comment on. I have the X Smart line. So I have the Plus and the Smart. I have these two. I don't have the Q1. It's still on pre-sale? Oh, whatever. Oh, the chamber heater issue. Yeah, the charged live wires or live heater. Oh, speaking of FL Sun, okay, because somebody keeps asking me to bring this up, and the thing is, like, I don't like going through my channel to just be a voice. But let me pull it up here. Apparently, there's issues with the V400. Where is it? Okay, let me pull all these up here. So somebody wanted me to bring attention to this. I have no personal experience with this. I haven't been using my V400, but apparently people have been having issues with them catching fire or like not being good. Yeah, with PTG, hot end basically set on fire and burned up. No indication of why or what happened. This is another person. This is from November. Thermal runaway, smoking. Temperature was 368 and still rising. Here's some pictures. Apparently it's something to do with the wiring is not a great, like they're using crappy wiring or like under spec wiring. Another person, this is November of 2022. So yeah, apparently it's a thing with the V400s. There's another picture. Their thermistor was melted in the extruder. So yeah, I haven't had any issues with mine, but I haven't been using mine a ton. So I can't comment on it directly, but that's what people in community groups are saying. I don't join every single community group. I'm already in a 30-something Discords. I'm not gonna be in like the FL Sun Discord. So like, I can try and disseminate some information. I haven't done a review on the printer. I think I only have like an unboxing video, but yeah. Wilmar, the issue is more, I have a 6-year-old. My 6-year-old comes out here and he'll put his hand in a printer. Simple as that. Just because you know not to stick your hand in the thing doesn't stop a kid from going, ooh, what's this? Or a cat or anything in your house. That's why I do like the fact that the Prusa enclosure has a lock on it. You can put a lock on it. So it doesn't sound great to put it this way, but you have to assume lowest common denominator when you design stuff sometimes. Because you never know. You never know. Yes, I know not to stick my hand in the timing belt of an engine, but they put a guard on them for a reason. When I was a kid, I put a paper clip in a plug because it made a cool noise when you turned it on. Like I had a power bar and I would bridge it with a paper clip and then I would plug it in, hit the reset button and it would go poof. Kids are dumb. I know, I was one. How many kids here? Okay, you ready? Raise your hand if you burnt a finger on a cigarette lighter in a car as a kid. Now, this is gonna date me, because I'm assuming there's kids in, like, there's people in my chat right now that have never been in a car with a cigarette lighter, because they don't put them in new cars anymore, or they haven't for a while. But raise your hand, put a 1 in chat if you burnt your hand with a cigarette lighter in a car, because your parent left you alone in the car to go run into the store for a second, and you pushed the thing in and it popped out and you went, oh, that's cool, and you touched it. So yeah, when you tell me, oh, nobody's gonna stick their hand in the printer and touch the heater, chat, here's your control group right here, full of people that have touched a glowing red hot cigarette lighter and burnt themselves. So yeah, you have to design stuff to be safe. Glowing means good. Zero, our cars don't have any in the rear. Yeah, I remember exactly what it was. It was my mom's Neon. We were in the parking lot at PJ's, which was a variety store, like a corner store. My mom had gone in to, I don't know, but you get lottery tickets, buy smokes. I can't remember. She went in there. The little guy, my little brother, was in the back seat. I was in the passenger seat because I had just gotten big enough that I could sit in the front seat of the car. And I was like, ooh, what's this? Because, you know, you're playing with the radio, but you left the car running. And I pushed in the cigarette lighter and it popped out. And then when I pulled it out, it wasn't glowing red. And I'm like, oh, that must mean it's not hot. And I touched it with my thumb and I burnt my thumb and I had the imprint like singed in my thumb for a week. Yep, I remember exactly when it was. 1986 Plymouth Sundance. My mom was pumping gas. Oof. They don't make cars like they used to. I remember the first car I remember, my mom had a Firefly, a stick shift Firefly. And we fit all 5 of us in there. Me, my mom, my dad, and 3 kids. There you go. Gamer subs. Yeah. Oh God. I passed an early generation Civic hatchback the other day. Oh my God. Remember when cars had great visibility? Remember when you could see everything out of a car? Like, remember when you had like all the, look how small this is. There's nothing to this car. Remember when cars had like just a ton of visibility? These ones are modded, but like, remember when you had tons of visibility? And then one day they got smart and said, wait a minute, cars should be able to support the weight of the car on its roof because everyone's getting crushed in rollovers. So now we have giant, you know, A and B and C pillars because cars now support their weight on their roof. On the downside of lower visibility. And then you have side impact. That's why the windows come up higher, or they start higher than they used to. It's all about safety now. But the downside of that is the cars are beefier now. They're thicker, they're heavier, and you have less visibility. That's why we have cameras in them now. And blind spot warnings and whatnot. Nothing ages you like saying minivans were... Remember when minivans only had one sliding door? My parents had an 88 Caravan. I remember that thing. Many family trips in an 88 Caravan. One door, one sliding door. Where they're like, let's put a sliding door on both sides. Oh! 64 Buick Skylark stick shift. Oof. I've never driven stick shift. I've never driven stick shift, so. Can't see out of the new Challenger no matter which way. I remember I had a rental car. I was on a service call for work and I had a Camaro hatchback. I couldn't see shit out of that. I drove around with the top down all the time just so I could see. Montana van. No, Pontiac's not even around anymore. Pontiac hasn't been around for like a decade. Okay, we're past 11. I'm gonna give you, this is your like, hey, 1 minute warning. Enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. We're gonna be doing the giveaway in like 2 minutes. So enter for your chance, link in the video description. Everything is stick over there. Yeah, I know. It's weird. I have no desire to drive stick. Like, I don't have a sports car. I drive a Subaru Crosstrek. It's got a 2-liter engine, no turbo, and it's all-wheel drive. Well, 4-wheel drive. Asymmetrical 4-wheel drive. Or symmetrical 4-wheel drive. It's actually, like, it's a Subaru. But, like, when I'm driving, I'm going from A to B. I put it in D. I get up to highway speed, I push the button to turn on lane assist and auto cruise control, and I just zone out and let the car do the thing, and I just keep my hand on the steering wheel. So it's like, yeah, it's a Subaru. But yeah, like if I had like a, you know, a Miata, you know, a 90 Miata or something, yeah, okay, stick shift makes more sense. But on like a daily commuter, just I'm driving to wherever, I don't want to have to like sit there in traffic and play with the gears. It's just like, no, I put it in drive and I'm driving. Pedal down, I go fast. Brake down, I stop. It is what it is. When I'm doing a long drive, I turn on the cruise control and it stays in the lanes and does that all automatically. Stick is for sports off-road. I live in Southern Ontario. In terms of off-road, there's a farmer's field that's flat. In terms of like sports cars, I have a kid, so no. Miata, I'd be a hairdresser. People who rip on the Miata don't get it. Miata's a great car. Miata, the MX-5 Miata is a great car. It is cheap. It is, well, okay, it was cheap before everyone realized how cool they were and had a resurgence with them. But they're compact, they're small, they're fun, they know exactly what they are, which is a small, compact little roadster. Subaru, oh, the Subaru does have automatic vehicle hold. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the auto vehicle hold. It feels weird. Miata is the poor man's S2000. Well, the thing is, the Miatas were cheap. That's the thing. You used to be able to get them for cheap. Like, you know, get one that was 10 years old that was cheap. You could have some fun with it, throw a turbo in it, off you go. But the problem is now everyone's like, oh, the old Miatas are like, people are doing stuff with them. So now when you look them up, it's either a rust bucket or somebody's project car that they've thrashed. Tesla trucks get high-centered like Jeeps. Well, your first problem is a Tesla truck. Wish they bring the S2000 back. They can't. They can't bring any of those cars back. None of those cars would pass modern regulations. There's a reason they don't make square body trucks anymore, because they're not big enough to meet the weight to size, efficiency, fuel rate, or whatever. That's why all trucks are massive now. The bigger you build a truck, the easier it is to get away with CAFE standards. So that's why you build big trucks. You build them out of aluminum now, so they're lighter, so you get more fuel efficiency out of them. So you build them bigger, you build them lighter. Yeah. And then you added stuff like where you turn valves off, but then the engines wear out quicker. Like, but that's why you don't see like square bodies anymore. You can't do them. They're not safe. Like I love, like I used to work with truck guys. Like they need to bring back the square bodies. The new trucks suck. They need to bring, no. There's people that know this stuff. If it would work, they would do it. If it would sell and it would work, they would do it. Most of the time, not all the time. We want small body trucks. Well, you can blame the chicken tax for that. and also modern standards. That's why the new Ranger is absolutely massive. Even the Maverick is bigger than the old Ranger, I believe. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Link to sheet. Copy. Wheel of names. That is not what I want. Copy. Paste. Uh-oh, where did my mouse go? There's my mouse. Okay. I hear getting rid of square bodies made glass proprietary and expensive. That's another reason too. A lot of cars don't have like square glass anymore. So yeah, it is more annoying to repair and fix. Okay. I need a number between 5 and 19. I need a number between 5 and 19. A bit's nuts. I think you called it too early, but we'll go with DMX9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Any oddball? I don't think we have an odd. Oh, we do. We do have the oddball line. Okay, we're gonna wait for it to get to the bottom and go. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, it's gonna be on that red line. It's gonna be on that red line. It's gonna come all the way around. For once, it's gonna be on the red line. Damn it. One of these days, Ryan T. Congratulations, Ryan T. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament. Okay, when I asked what is your favorite flavor of beverage, so many of you just put Coke. Coke isn't a flavor. Well, it is. Is it a flavor? It's like saying it's pop a flavor. Like, what is the flavor of Coke? Or Pepsi? What is Pepsi? What is, like, you have vanilla Coke, you have cherry Coke. What is pop? What? Cola? Cola flavored? Yeah, I guess cola would be it. Sugar. Cola. Well, they don't put cocaine in it anymore, so. Purple is a flavor. Give me some of that purple drink. Whatever happened? Okay, here's one for you. What happened to Kool-Aid? Okay, you know what I'm talking about. What happened to Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid, when I was a kid, was huge. We had a Kool-Aid jug. We would collect the points. Remember the points? You would collect your Kool-Aid points. You went to the grocery store, and you would have a section of the aisle was the Kool-Aid section. Okay? I remember Kool-Aid being big when I was a kid. And now it's like a little like part of one shelf, and it's like there's no points anymore. Remember the point things with the Kool-Aid? You would get the points. Remember that? Jim Jones didn't take out Kool-Aid. Was it by like association? Kool-Aid. Yeah, I remember Kool-Aid just being huge when I was a kid. It was a big thing, and now it's like I don't even remember the last time I saw an ad for Kool-Aid. Remember, you would save up the points, and you would use the points, and you get like the Kool-Aid Man picture. I remember that. Now we just get, yeah, Kool-Aid's gone. Long live Gamer Subs. Code Canuck Creator. Get 10% off your order. Link in the description. Yeah, Jonestown wasn't even Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid. Dude couldn't even afford the good stuff. You used your Kool-Aid bathtub. Do they even still have points? Okay, we're going down a rabbit hole right now. Kool-Aid points. Do they still do points? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Project of Kool-Aid points. You remember this? Who remember? I remember this. Is it full size? Yeah. Remember the points? You'd collect the points. You would collect the points. Remember this? And then you would get like all kinds of random like shitty I had one of these. And you get like the rub-on tattoos and the Kool-Aid points. Yeah, you remember this stuff, right? Yeah, these. Remember? Proof of purchase. 2 points. Oh, yeah. I think the last time I saw Kool-Aid in media was the Family Guy skit, I think. And that was like 20 years ago. I can't remember the last time I saw Kool-Aid in anything. Except for that one comedian who drinks it, apparently. I don't fall for this crap after Pepsi screwed me out of the Harrier jet. I remember that. I was born in '88, so I remember all those ads. Remember when? Oh man, I remember when you would like get a drink, and you'd open it up, and then you'd have to like. See, now they don't even make the thing anymore. You can't even pop it out anymore. But you had to pop the thing out, and you get like a free bag of chips or a free pop. And now you have to like you get a code that you have to download in an app, that you have to register an account to collect, like, oh my God, that's so annoying. Kool-Aid points were discontinued on June 30th, 2007, and the last day to redeem them was June 30th, 2010. It has been 14 years since you could redeem Kool-Aid. There is a kid alive who is driving that never collected a Kool-Aid point. And that is a travesty. I'm sad. Marlboro points. Oh, Camel points. Yeah, that's the cigarette points. That was before my time. Redeem. I remember though, when I would go to the store and you get a bottle of pop and you would take the lid off and you would take the little plastic thing out and you'd be able to just take that and go, oh shoot, I want a bag of chips. Give me my bag of chips. Remember those? And now you got to go through a whole point thing, data harvesting thing. Are you done, Bamboo? Oh, the Bamboo's done. I mean, I smoked for decades, so it probably would have been good to collect points on that at least. I smoked Du Maurier's, though. McDonald's Monopoly game. That was, I do that, but I just like get the free coffees or whatever. But that whole game was scammed in Canada for like years. The company that ran it in Canada would give the winning like stuff to family. That was actually like a huge thing. And then we have Tim Hortons with their roll up the rim, which isn't even roll up the rim anymore, because having people roll up the rim of the coffee cup that you drink out of and then give that to an employee to go, hey, look, I want a coffee. Give me a coffee. Here's this piece of paper that was been in my mouth. That kind of died really quickly when COVID hit. So now it's part of an app, and I refused to download the Tim Hortons app after it got caught stealing all your info and selling it, because I don't trust Tim Hortons. And no Canadian likes Tim Hortons. It's an open secret. All Canadians hate Tim Hortons now, but we still go there because they're freaking everywhere. But they're shit. Tim Hortons is junk. But I still go there 2 or 3 days a week. Honestly, I swear, if anyone from McDonald's is watching, McDonald's could have killed it. All they had to do was spin off McCafe and just sell the drinks, the donuts, and like the bagels. Just basically be the old Tim Hortons. You have the coffee. You have Tim Hortons old coffee. Just be the old Tim Hortons. Spin off McCafe as its own thing and just encroach on Tim Hortons and kick them out. Because most Canadians know that Tim Hortons coffee is better than Timmy's coffee. Tim Hortons is Canada Starbucks. It's not. It's Canadian Dunkin' Donuts, but with shitty pizza now. So McDonald's is getting donuts soon. McDonald's in Canada have had donuts for a while, but they're like little donuts. And they're very yeasty. They're yeasty donuts. You know what I mean by a yeasty donut? They're yeasty donuts. I won the McDonald's Monopoly game, but they would not pay out of the prize of $1 million because I acquired some pieces from other states. Oh, that sucks. That's the thing. It's like you have to have the two from like, what is it, Baltic Avenue and like whatever the two top pieces are. But it's like the one piece is super common. It's the other piece that's like 1 in a million to get. So you'll see like, oh, I have this. I'm willing to share. Krispy Kreme. We had Krispy Kreme in Canada. They lasted like a year. I remember when they opened a Krispy Kreme here in my town, the lineup went around the street. 2 weeks later, it was closed. Because here's the thing. The coffee sucked. They weren't in a great location for like getting like, they had one store and it wasn't on like a commute route. It was like by the mall. So like you would get it if you're going to the mall, but like nobody was getting it on like the way to work or something. And after the novelty of a bunch of really fatty donuts wore off, it just died. So. You guys think the FlashForge Adventure M is good at $2.99? Camden, I haven't used it, but I've heard some pretty good things about it. And for $2.99, that ain't bad. There's a documentary on the, yeah, the Monopoly, McDonald's Monopoly in Canada was rigged for like 5 years. Where the company that was putting it on in Canada for McDonald's, that was like operating it, basically gave away the winning cards to like family members. Belted Z or using lead ball screws, depending on the design. I like Belted Z because it's faster and you don't have to worry about lead screw wobble, and usually it's more compact and cheaper. But it depends on the design of the printer. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have multiple. I should have a funny one too, because right now I've got plans to have like a few like serious ones, like the Gamer Subs one, the Polymaker one, but I want to do like joke ones. So if anyone has any like joke ideas for what they want on the billboard, also where should I put it? Like, is the billboard okay here, or should I put it here because I don't have any other notifications here, because I have like subs pop up here, donation alerts pop up here. I don't have anything here, I don't think. Let me check. Let me see what I got. Let's see here. Streaming tools, elements, overlays, main overlay, edit, yeah. Yeah, so here's my overlay. So right now I have that here. I could put it up here. I could move the promo box up here. But I want to, the plan is basically have a bunch of these. Oop, wrong button. So right now I just have the Gamer Subs one, but the plan is to have like a bunch of them that like rotate through. So it's like random. So if anyone makes anything funny that they want to have pop up, post it in the Discord and I might add it to the list. We'll do like, we'll do like little community ones just to have some fun. Because I don't want them to just be ads. I don't want them to be just promotional stuff. Like I want some silly ones in there too. But I'm wondering, because right now it's right here, so it pops up right here on screen. Should I move it up into the top corner, or like I think kind of having it here stands out more. Give a size 1080p. 1920 by 1080 is the standard size. Well, okay, it's scaled down to that, but make the image 1080p so they're all scaled the same. Because I'd rather have a bigger image than I can stretch it down. So is this printer a cheaper option than buying a Voron? This isn't a Voron. This is a 350 millimeter flying gantry Core XY machine. It's not a Voron. If you want a Voron, you build a Voron. If you want a flying gantry machine, there's several options you can get. One of them is this, or you can build a Voron. But this is not a Voron. This is a flying gantry Core XY. So, and it's not even a real flying gantry because there ain't no 200 amps of ducted motors on this thing. I'm not happy. Well, I'm not unhappy, but I was kind of hoping that video would do better. It's only got like 5,000 views or something. What about advertising to join the Russian army? I like you guys too much to send you off to death. Also, I'm pretty sure that would actually like violate some international laws if I was promoting that. And no. Most people don't get the idea of COTS. Yeah. The printer is glowing. Just keep going. Close. Hot, hot, hot. Behold the Kraken. And it's purple. I thought I printed the beacon mount for this. I should probably hop on the VZBot Discord. I think I'm in the VZBot Discord. Be like, hey, yo, does anyone have a beacon mount for this thing that will fit the normal beacon? They don't have a low pro beacon. But I think I have room for it because I have the bigger tool head on mine. So if you can't afford a Voron, here's the thing. Okay, this is going to sound really bad. If you can't afford a Voron, you don't get a Voron. Like, I know this sounds horrible. And I hope you don't take it as like me like crushing your dream. But I have a whole video on what is a Voron. And what is a Voron? It's a printer that follows the Voron design goals, which is a printer designed using commercial off-the-shelf parts. There's other little things too, like none of the parts require support. They're all like, there's a certain design aesthetic to it too. But if you're not building it from scratch, okay, like this machine, it's not a Voron. If you're building a machine that has custom components, it's not a Voron. Now, yes, the Voron ecosystem has evolved and adapted over the years. We have tons of off-the-shelf, you know, you can get the Big Tree Tech gantry. That's all like, you know, CNC'd and whatnot, and those are custom. And if you build a Voron with that, it's still a Voron. But the base design is a Voron. This base design isn't a Voron. There's nothing Voron here. So if you can't build a Voron, you don't have a Voron. Now, you can buy a flying gantry Core XY machine that does what a V2 does, and there's nothing wrong with buying that. It's just not a Voron. Simple as that. So if you want the flying gantry Core XY, here's an option. But that's like saying, you know, my bamboo is a Trident. Well, it's a fixed gantry. The bed moves up and down. My Trident's a fixed gantry Core XY, and the bed moves up and down. My K1C is a Trident. It's not. It's not. It's a K1C, and that's a bamboo. This isn't a V2. This isn't a Voron. It's a Saval SV08, which is a flying gantry Core XY. But it's not a Voron. So if you want a flying gantry Core XY, there's several different options. One of them is a Voron. But if you want a Voron and you want to buy this because you can't build a Voron, then I'm sorry, you just have a flying gantry Core XY. You don't have a Voron. It is what it is. Like to see a project where you rip out the crap board and replace it with a Big Tree Tech board and a better bed heater. Like on this machine, this controller ain't bad. The bed heater, the bed might taco after a while. But like let's take a looky-loo here. Height map. And that ain't bad. This is just the height map for our little area we probed. So that's not too bad. But here's the thing. If you rip out the controller and put a better one in, functionally nothing changes. It's just it might be more reliable. I think people see box printer with Core XY and clipper and conflate with one. Well, I mean, it doesn't help. Let me pull it up here. Let me pull them up here.
is 300 degrees Celsius. The website.
There we go. Dude, remember what I said about the battery dying on me? So now I'm tethered. Now I'm tethered. I'm back! I'm back, baby! But yeah, pay tribute to Voron. The answer is Clipper, open source, create a sentence with Voron. See, they have a smaller one. I don't know where the smaller one is. I haven't seen it. But yeah, if you looked at a lot of their marketing material, it heavily used Voron. So. Get a battery bank. I have a battery bank. This battery should last the whole stream. It's just because the power went out, this didn't charge. Have I changed any parts? I haven't changed. Well, okay. I replaced the pin that was way too short, causing the bearing stack to cant over with a longer pin. But other than that, I've just updated the firmware. Yeah, their early marketing was heavily pushing Voron. It seemed like they scaled that back. They did because we kind of told them not to. Like, yes, it is, you know, the box has Voron on it. Like, yes, it's your tribute to Voron or whatever, but like, there was a lot lost in the translation. That's where the whole, like, you know, me going, what the hell are they, what do you mean they're donating money to Voron? No, they're not. Because I specifically asked the team the day before, hey, do we have any arrangement with them? And they're like, yeah, no, they said they're not doing anything. It's like there was so much lost in translation and miscommunicating with them talking to the Voron team and then their communications with me. It was like, well, I have no idea what's going on. A lot of people didn't know what was going on. So it is what it is. I love that they have an ad against bed slingers. I mean, Bamboo came right out of the gate saying death to bed slingers, and now their two most recent releases are bed slingers. How much you want to bet their next printer is a bed slinger? I know they did an AMA the other day, and people were like, oh, is your next printer a Prusa XL equivalent or something like that? And they're like, oh, we're cooking something up, and people are like, oh my God, it's a Prusa XL equivalent. It's like, they didn't answer your question. They gave you all like no answers because they don't want to say exactly what it is because it's called hype. You just keep hyping it up. It's like when the A1 Mini was announced. Everyone was like, it's a larger printer. It's a larger printer. Oh my God, it's a larger printer. It comes out, what is it? It's a tiny little cantilever bed flinger. And then it's like, oh, we got another printer coming. It's a bigger one. Oh my God, it's just a regular size A1. That is great at printing miniatures. You know what's even better at printing miniatures? the cheapest resin printer you can buy. That's the thing. Like, I know apparently the Bamboos are actually doing miniatures at like 0.2 nozzles really, really good. And I give them credit for that. But the cheapest resin printer in the world is better. Like, if you were serious about miniatures, you get a resin. Like, I have a resin for miniatures. Because it just works so good. Oh, here we go. 1 second. Let me add this to the thing. 1 second here. 1 second here. I gotta update my overlay. Activity feed, overlays, pane overlay, edit, promo box, settings, add asset, upload. Upload. There we go. There we go. Save. There we go. There we go. Okay, updated the overlay. That should work. So now I gotta update this. Refresh cache. There we go. Refresh cache. There we go. I might have to play with it a bit. Have I looked in the Prometheus DIY MSLA? I have not. Prometheus MSLA. It looks cool. The problem is I don't really do a ton of resin. Are there kits for this? Like, that's the thing. I don't really do a ton of resin. I have a Mars 4 Max that does resin when I need to do resin. And the last time I did resin, I was in shorts. So it's been a while. So. The horribly named Micron. How is Micron a horrible name? I like the name Micron. Bamboo's reputation is such that they can only sell anything. They can sell anything right now. Currently, they can only fail if they sit back and do nothing. They came in very strong. The problem is I don't know what their market cap is. You could only basically grow so fast with their kind of... Even they're realizing, okay? There's a reason Prusa has how many production lines of Prusament, and a slicer, and a file repository, and resin printers, and Prusa Pro line now. There's a reason Prusa has diversified. Guess what? Prusa does banger numbers just selling filaments. So, you notice how Bamboo now sells filament, and they have their own crappy Maker World and whatnot. Why would you use Maker World if you don't have a Bamboo? I don't get it. Unless you're farming points. But like, you got to diversify. You can only sell printers to newbies for so long. Bamboo has the downside that they're going to run into issues when trying to get government contracts and educational contracts and stuff like that. They are an overseas company. They have the X1E, which Matter Hackers sells and support, which I believe that machine is for them to try and get around that. But in the US, there is laws in place where certain government organizations, and especially education, aren't allowed to use grant money to buy things that aren't American, essentially. Why do you think Prusa bought Printed Solid? That basically now allows them to domestically sell Prusas in the US and get around those. I can't remember what the actual term is for that, being able to do that, but yeah. Boron Puller when? I'm waiting for the new thing. Somebody sent a a new thing. I'm gonna put in the rotation. Just waiting for it to pop up. I think I have it set right. It's like delay 578 and then iteration pause is 570. Yeah, so it should be like every 10 minutes it should pop up. We'll see. We get what we get. I do supply ordering for a big corp, not gov. We never buy Bamboo X out of security concerns. Parent company is big concern. Exactly. That's another thing with Bamboo is they do not meet ITAR requirements. Any company that does anything where, hey, let's not have our unreleased designs go through a cloud is going to definitely be like, nope. Like they kind of dug themselves into a corner by going all in with the walled garden ecosystem. A couple of schools in my country bought P1Ss, and when they found out about the whole internet issues, they had to get rid of them. I believe it. I believe it. That's why Prusa has Prusa Pro, which was formerly Trilabs. But even like the Mark IV and the XL, the Wi-Fi on it is a chip you can remove. You just pop it out. ITAR, International Trade in Arms Regulation. Basically, anything that could go pew-pew or be used to go pew-pew falls under ITAR in the US. So anything that defense, weaponry, rocketry, missiles, any certain vehicle things falls under ITAR, which is basically like a security clearance type thing. Like you can't export anything without that falls under ITAR without a bunch of paperwork. You can't work on ITAR stuff except on equipment that passes the regulations required to work on ITAR stuff, blah, 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 blah. So if you're printing, like say you own a print shop and you're trying to print something for a company that contracted you to print something, and that thing falls under ITAR because it's like, hey, we're working on these missiles and we need some brackets. Can you print these brackets for us? They're for a missile, it falls under ITAR. Guess what? You can't print that on a Bamboo. You have to print it on a properly air-gapped machine from a file on an SD card that was provided to you. And that SD card can never enter a computer. Like, there's rules in place for that. And it may, for you, that means absolutely nothing. But there's whole industries that deal with that every day. And guess what? They're not going to be buying Bamboos. They're probably going to buy Ultimakers or probably Lulzbots. But now they can also buy Prusas. So, will Clipper be ITAR certified? Probably not. But it depends. Because Clipper can't. Here's the thing. Some places require air gapping, which is straight up, the machine cannot have the ability to connect to a network. So in certain cases, that's as simple as you just don't plug in an Ethernet cable. But in other cases, no Wi-Fi chip. Not have the Wi-Fi chip disabled. No, it physically cannot have a Wi-Fi chip. Some places are like that. So companies that do ITAR stuff are big money. That is true too, because they're getting those Gucci government bucks. But yeah, some places straight up say, like, if it has a Wi-Fi chip, it can't come in the door. So. Many electronic components are ITAR restricted and can't be legally exported. I believe it. I believe it. Let me know if this pops up again. Hopefully it hasn't been 10 minutes. I just reset it, so I just want to make sure it's working and then we'll call it. I'm getting tired. Can't you force the pop-up? I can, but it's on a timer, so I basically have to drop the timer down. So here, let's drop the promo box. Okay, I want to make sure this is going to work, so I'm going to drop it down to like 20 seconds. Oh, it should pop up, I think. Okay, save. Overlay. Refresh cache. There we go. I didn't see it. I was redoing it, so I had it like a screen on my screen. So it should be like it should be like 20 seconds. It'll 20 seconds, nothing, 10 seconds of something, then 20 seconds of nothing, and then it should play the next one. So we'll see how this works. So I did update it. Oh, okay, so there's the gamer subs one. As tech progress, at some point someone will violate it by accident by uploading some kind of guidance program to GitHub. Was it? I'm trying to remember which video it was. I think it was a. I don't think it was smart. I think it was a Mark Rober video, where they were trying to do like an egg catch thing, and they wanted to like have the egg go up on a balloon, and then like come like at the stratosphere, like 30,000 feet, balloon pops, and then the egg come down and like, oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move that one. But it works. It works. So are we gonna leave it down here? Do you want to leave it down here, or should we move it somewhere else? Make it low opacity, move it top left. I don't like it top left because I don't want it blocking my face. Although, actually, we could do top left. Do top left. Okay. Okay. Refresh. Okay, let's see how this works. The gamer subs one I'm gonna have to modify slightly, but it should be popping up now. There you go. So there's the gamer subs one. Okay. So that one I'm gonna have to modify because it's not 1080p. It's slightly skewed. And there you go. Nero tree. There you go. There is a slight I do have it like 95% here. Let me bump up the opacity. Like 98. There we go. Cover the baby. What baby? Oh, I gotta update the overlay. Refresh. There we go. Also, I'm not usually over here. Yeah, this kind of works. Yeah, that works. Usually I'm standing like here. So usually I'm not being blocked by the overlay. Yeah, that works. That works. And then there it goes. Okay, so let's go back to my normal timing for this. Because I don't want them popping up all the time. There we go. There we go. Okay. Refresh the overlay. So it's like every 10 minutes now, every slightly less than 10 minutes, like 9 minutes and 14 seconds or something, something will pop up here and it'll be random. So I need to make, if you have any cool ideas for random ads you want to put up here, like not serious ones, like the whole eating grub screw ones, DM to me or post them in the Discord and I'll add them up. I want to have real ones, but I don't want them to be like all real ones. I want to have fun ones in there too. So. This is an ad. Yeah, just have one that just says, this is an ad. Give me your money. Speaking of, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. That's the best way to support the channel. Because not only do you get something, you get to hang out in the cool Only Members channel, or Only Benchy's Yacht Club channel on the Discord. Other people get to as well. And you get to hang out during the monthly Only Member Yacht Club stream. 1994, tell me, make sure that link still works. That link should still work. If that link doesn't work, let me know. because I have permanent links for the Discord invites, and they should be. What is the SVOA printing? Torture test print. This space for sale. Yeah, I need a your ad here one too. But I think we're gonna call it there, because I gotta go washroom and I'm hungry. So we're gonna call it there, I think. So let me see here. Who won the giveaway again? Who won the giveaway again? It was Ryan, right? Ryan. Yeah, okay, I got your info here, Ryan. I got your info here. Ryan. Yeah, I got his info. We're good. Okay, so I think we're gonna call it there because I am I'm hungry. Okay, so we're gonna call it there. Again, huge shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Also, huge shout out to our newest partner, GamerSups. Use code Canuck Creator for 10% off your order. Link for them and more in the video description. Some of them are affiliate links, don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel, and some of them even save money. And lastly, for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. Make it all possible. Hopefully this week we'll get onto mods and building up printers. I've got like 2 or 3 printers that I'm waiting on, and a kit I'm waiting on. I know it's been a while since we've done a build series. Well, since the Milo. It's just, I'm waiting on a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna go from like not having a lot going on to a lot of stuff really quick. It's just, we're kind of in an oddsball dead zone right now. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. It's Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. I'll post pictures of this and whatnot when it's all done on the Twitters. And I shall see you on Tuesday. Goodbye.